It's time now for high school baseball from your hometown radio station, FM 95.3 WKLM.
The Knights come in with a record of 9-5 and red hot with winners of 5 games in a row. They're 6-3 in the OCC, playing host to the Ashland Arrows, a record of 10-7 overall. They're 3-4 in the Ohio Cardinal Conference. Stay tuned. We speak with West Holmes head baseball coach Wyatt Miller on the pregame show on WKLM.
Beachy's Auto Diesel and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of 2 great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Premier Pharmacy has more ways to serve you. I'm Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and I'm happy to announce that our newest location in Sugar Creek is open and accepting new patients. Our location in downtown Sugar Creek accepts most major insurances and offers the same great service you've come to expect in our Berlin and Millersburg locations, including delivery and vaccination services. Give us a call today at 330-852-5146 and start experiencing the Premier Pharmacy difference. Premier Pharmacy is your local hometown independent pharmacy.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, 2 reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
Taking on a large exterior home project is no small task. When you're looking for the best options in roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Provia products are the clear choice. At Provia, quality is engineered into the product, integrity is never compromised, and local craftsmanship delivers a stunning final result that will last for generations. Our experts at Keim Home Center are here to help you explore the possibilities. Visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, and the comforts of home are all gone. Be prepared for the next power outage with a Generac home standby generator. And now, for a limited time, get a free, complete 7-year warranty with purchase. That's a $735 value, absolutely free. Team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac today to schedule your free in-home consultation and a turnkey generator install. Don't miss out on the free 7-year warranty, so call today or visit MillersburgElectric.com and be ready for the next power outage.
Hey, other guys' insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Viker Sand and Gravel Incorporated has been serving the central Ohio areas of Wayne and Holmes counties since 1935. They're a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
Firestone Farm Tires are the most preferred tires in America. Not only are they proven to be among the most productive farm tires you can buy, they're backed and serviced by the best trained and equipped farm tire dealer, the certified Firestone Farm Tire dealer. So whether you need top quality Firestone Farm Tires or fast, dependable tire service, count on us to keep you rolling.
Get your Firestone tires at Millersburg Tire Service, State Route 39, Millersburg.
Inside the Dugout is being brought to you on WKLM by Holmes Siding Contractors.
At Home Siding Contractors, our mission is to give homeowners a quality product, whether it's our vinyl siding or our energy-efficient replacement windows and doors. Home Siding Contractors is ready to turn your home into one of your biggest energy-saving assets. You'll notice the difference as your home will stay warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Call 888-725-6619 for a in-home estimate or find all of our products at homesiding.com.
Alongside West Homestead baseball coach Wyatt Miller getting set for this matchup of the OCC at home against Ashland. And, of course, a lot of rain in the forecast in the past week or so. And when you look at this field here, it looks really in great shape, Wyatt, here. Nice to have that the way it is here despite all that rain.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, our field's been like this for years. You know, it drains great, you know, but when it rains 4 and 5 inches a day, it can't take that day at least. So we're a couple days off of the rain delays, and hopefully we're able to get out here and have a good game, and field looks great, like you said.
Meanwhile, this team red hot, 5 wins in a row here and really playing some great baseball right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, obviously we had a week break now. We haven't played in a week. And just like we were just talking, you know, it's not too often that you get a week break in this part of the season, you know, 3/4 of the way through the season. But we'll take advantage of it. And, you know, we had some good practices. We were still able to get out on the field a couple of those days, working the outfield, working the infield. So, you know, we're just looking to keep that streak alive and keep things rolling.
Nice thing about that also in the OCC, and you get a loss or two early, you think, well, we're out of the race here. But all of a sudden, 6-3 in the conference here and still in the mix of things.
Yeah, still hanging on. You know, that's the thing. And the top 2 teams, we beat both of them. You know, Worcester, we got 1 win against them. And then obviously Philly, we had the 1 win, and we play them again on Friday now with the reschedule. But, you know, we're right in the mix of things. And that's what these guys got to realize is everything's in front of us. We go out, we control the things we're supposed to control. And, you know, good things are going to happen.
Ashland, always a good baseball program. What are you expecting to see from the Arrows?
I expect a dogfight. You know, every single year they come in here and we go there and they give us fight every single year. So they're always a good team, always well coached, very fundamentally sound, and that's what we expect from them today, and that's what we have to do to be able to compete with them today.
Manny Camacho Lamau, what can you say about him? He's just been dominant this year.
Yeah, absolutely dominant. You know, Manny worked a lot this offseason, and it is starting to show itself out here on the mound now. So he is going to start tonight. We're going to keep him short because our plan is to throw him again on Friday against Philly. He really wants that game. It's our youth night. So we're going to keep him short today, but he's going to get the start. That way the OCC can see him. You know, he's got a real chance at OCC Pitcher of the Year. We got to make sure all the OCC teams see him, and hopefully he does what he's been doing all year. Just go out and be dominant, go out, throw strikes, go right at guys. If he does that, we're going to get a lot of outs tonight.
Absolutely. Of course, the focus on this game tonight here, of course, you have the tournament drawings coming up on Sunday and a chance to get another victory here with that record-wise for seeding purpose before you get to this weekend.
Yeah, it's huge. You know, we have to have our records in by tonight at midnight. So, you know, we get the win. We're going to chip that one up, and we'll go in at 10-5, and that's a really good place. You know, the nice thing about the East District is you get two different sides. So, you know, we have a chance right now to be 2-3 seed. You know, if we get that 2 seed, we can kind of pick our own side of the bracket and see who wants to jump on us. So that'd be a really nice thing to happen. You know, but we got to handle business tonight. We got to go out here and win our game, and then we'll handle the tournaments when we get there.
Wyatt, thanks for your time and good luck tonight.
Appreciate it, Matt.
That's the voice of West Holmes Knights head baseball coach, Wyatt Miller.
Inside the Dugout has been brought to you on WKLM by Home Siding Contractors.
When you're thinking of an old-fashioned smokehouse flavor, think Sugar Valley Meats. They cure their own ham and bacon, and the old-fashioned smokehouse uses hickory, apple, and sassafras. Processing, curing, and custom butchering are available, cut to your specifications. Stop in and see all the products that they offer. That's Sugar Valley Meats on Dutch Valley Drive in Sugar Creek. Turn left at the light, and Sugar Valley Meats is 1/4 mile on the right. Call today, 330-852-4423.
Critchfield Law Firm has always been dedicated to providing the highest quality legal services to their clients throughout Holmes County and surrounding areas. Critchfield Law Firm also understands the dedication of our youth. From the classroom to the music room to athletics, Holmes County's best is represented in every academic area. Critchfield Law Firm in Millersburg, wishing all who participate the best in their endeavors.
At Mac Oilfield Service, they offer specialized trucking, water hauling, dirt work, and general oil field service in New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio. They have the equipment and manpower to tackle any task handed to them. The future lies in the hands of our youth, and Mac Oilfield Service is proud to support them. Call Mac Oilfield Service for all your oil field needs at 330-674-7371. That's 330-674-7371.
Get luxury for every home with Montana Forge Hardware and MRV Siding Supply. Montana Forge provides custom luxury for every home and is one of the most affordable luxury brands in the industry, with solid forged brass designer hardware manufactured to the highest standards. Don't forget about beautiful Montana Forge bath hardware available in all Montana Forge finishes. That's MRV Siding Supply in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
MEB Systems, a name that has been around since 1977. It is the area's flat roof specialist. Their mission statement is, serve our team, customers, and community by offering exceptional and innovative flat roofing services, all for the glory of God. MEB Systems has the experience to handle anything from scheduled maintenance to roofing multi-acre facilities protecting valuable equipment and merchandise. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333 or visit them online at MEBsystems.com. MEB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year. Stock up for all your Mother's Day gatherings with these rate savings all this week at Rody's IGA. They have Gerber skinless boneless chicken tenders for $5.19 a pound, USDA choice boneless New York strip steaks for $10.98 a pound, and 80% lean fresh ground chuck for $3.98 a pound. They also have USDA choice beef boneless top round roast for $4.98 a pound, USDA select boneless cube steak for $4.99 a pound, USDA choice boneless London broil for $4.98 a pound, fresh pork shoulder steaks for $2.49 a pound, and Gerber's chicken bratwurst Italian sausage for $2.99 a pound. Happy Mother's Day from Rody's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg. At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help managing a chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
Began their season with a victory 10-0 at Riverview. Then they would lose 3 games in a row with losses to Lexington 7-5 and 8-6. A 3-2 loss at Waynedale. Came back with 2 wins in a row after that with wins at Mansfield Senior. Also a home winner for Mansfield Senior, 2-1 and 11-1. A loss 7-2 at home to Tri-Valley. Came back and won 5-3 at Worcester. A 10-1 loss at home to Worcester after that. Then won 11-10 over Carrollton in a wild one there and a walk-off victory. And that came back after that with 2 more wins after that, as they won 6-4 over Madison in a 10-6 victory over Madison as well. And then wins over Dalton 7-1 and won 5-1 at New Philadelphia. So West Holmes on a 5-game winning streak, and their record is 9-5 on the season. For Ashland, they got off to a red-hot start themselves to the season, winning 5 games in a row over Clyde, Columbian, 2 wins over Mansfield Senior, won 8-2 also at Sandusky, then lost 10-3 at home to Worcester, came back, won 12-2 over Clear Fork at home, a 6-0 loss to Findlay on their home field, won 1-0 at Dover, came back and lost 9-2 on their home field over to Dover in the game after that, came back in a 17-10 loss to Huron, and came back and lost 9-6 to New Philadelphia on their home field, an 8-6 loss at New Philadelphia. Then won 2 games in a row over Fremont Ross, 7-6, and won a 9-7 win over Lexington on their home field. Then lost at Lexington 10-0 before winning their last game over Mapleton 18-7. Ashland has a record of 10-7 on the season. In the OCC so far, it is New Philadelphia and Worcester tied for the top spot. They're both 6-1 in the conference. West Holmes just after that, though, they're in the mix. They're 6-3 are the Knights in the OCC. Lexington is 5-3, Ashland 3-4, Madison 2-8, Mansfield Senior 0-8 in the Ohio Cardinal Conference. In the IVC North Division in high school baseball, Newcomerstown, they have clinched at least a share of the IVC North Division title at 9-0. Then it's Conotton Valley at 5-3, Strasburg and Buckeye Trail both 5-4 in the conference. East Canton 4-5, Malvern 2-7, and TCC is 0-7. In the IVC South Division, Highland unbeaten at 8-0. Indian Valley is 5-3. Garaway 5-3 in the IVC South. Ridgewood is 5-5. Tusky Valley 4-6. Sandy Valley is 2-5. Claymont is 1-8. Other games around the area in high school baseball and softball is, of course, Highland at Tusky Valley and Garaway at Claymont. And, of course, in softball as well, Ashland at West Holmes there as well. We'll take a break, come back with more on the pregame show next on WKLM.
Time is ticking and your dream home is waiting. This is Ben Hirschberger at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We understand that buying a home can be overwhelming, but with CSB, it's easier than ever. We offer a range of options. Whether you're looking to buy, build, refinance, or improve your home, our mortgage lenders will guide you every step of the way. Visit our website at csb1.com to apply online today and turn your dream into a reality. The Commercial and Savings Bank, where homeownership begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Corey with Burgett Insurance. If you can't remember the last time you've reviewed your insurance policies, you're not alone. Burgett Insurance and Buckeye Insurance Group work together to make sure you are properly covered. Call the friendly, knowledgeable staff of Burgett Insurance at 330-276-3791. We provide service that exceeds expectations and coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and Burgett Insurance, working together to protect you.
Attention Knights Nation, this is Noah Clark with Clark Fowler Electric. As a proud sponsor of West Holmes sports from T-ball all the way through high school, Clark Fowler Electric Motors and Supplies is on top of the game. With almost 3 decades as the area's leading provider in parts, repairs, and service, Clark Fowler is a team that you can count on. If you've had a breakdown, we'll get you back up and running and get you back into the game. Visit ClarkFowlerElectric.com for more details and information and all your electric motor needs. Go Knights!
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit WayneDoor.com for a free quote today.
Buckeye Career Center is now accepting full-time adult education applications for next school year. We offer 10 full-time adult programs including cosmetology, aesthetics, dental assisting, HVACR, heavy equipment CDLA operator, law enforcement training academy, medical assisting, medical office support, utility line worker, and welding technology, with nearly all courses completed in only 9 months. Grants and financial aid are available for those who qualify. Don't wait. Take control of your future today. Apply now at BuckeyeCareerCenter.org.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Rheem Pro partner, and you know you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Rheem and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling, they're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
The secret's out. Thread and Ink in Holmesville is open to take care of your custom apparel, embroidery, and screen printing needs. They offer a storefront with apparel for West Holmes, Highland, and surrounding schools. Whether it's school spirit wear, professional business attire, accessories, or unique custom designs, they deliver excellence in every product. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 till 5. Thread and Ink is located at 8210 County Road 245 in Holmesville. Or call Justine at 330-279-9222. That's Thread and Ink, custom embroidery and screen printing in Holmesville.
Electric Cooperative, as spring construction and tree planting projects begin. Please remember to know what's below. Call before you dig. Call 811 so within 48 hours, utilities can mark where underground service lines are located to keep you safe. Starting today for the visiting Ashland Arrows and leading things off, senior center fielder Michael Franz. Batting second is the sophomore left fielder Jeff Hickey. Batting third is senior shortstop, that's Alec Grissner. In a cleanup spot for Ashland is sophomore DH Noah Merrill. He'll be DHing for the starting pitcher, that is senior Tyler Holt. Also batting fifth is senior right fielder Nick Mangus. Batting sixth is junior first baseman Trent Summers. In the seventh slot, junior second baseman Jake Bryant. And batting eighth is sophomore third baseman Miles Farnsworth, while batting ninth is junior catcher Tanner Wolf. Ashland a record of 10-7 overall, 3-4 on the OCC, and they're coached by Rick Goff. And for the home team, the West Holmes Knights, leading things off for them is junior shortstop Brock Gallium. Batting second is senior third baseman Morgan Smith. In the third slot, that is senior right fielder Carson Tanner. In a cleanup spot for West Holmes, junior pitcher Manny Camacho. Batting fifth is senior catcher Jefferson Yoder, while batting sixth is sophomore second baseman Ben Tanner. In the seventh slot, that's junior first baseman Cooper Booth, while batting eighth is junior left fielder Colston Tenney. In the ninth slot, that's sophomore center fielder Nate Sprang. West Holmes a record of 9-5 overall. They're 6-3 in the OCC. They won 5 games in a row, and they're coached by Wyatt Miller. And the starting line is brought to you by Holmes Wayne Electric Cooperative. With the arrival of spring, often we experience storms with high winds and lightning. Remember, you can report a power outage through their mobile application Smart Hub or text them at 55050. You can also view their outage map on their website at hwecoop.com. Remember, never go near a down power line. Stay tuned with more after this on WKLM.
Administration of West Holmes.
With today's market instability, many homeowners are looking to upgrade their existing home rather than buy or build a new one. At Home Siding Contractors, we know choosing the many colors and styles of siding, replacement windows, and doors can be overwhelming. At Home Siding Contractors, we can help make that decision easier. Durability, beauty, and low maintenance over time describes our products the best. Call Home Siding Contractors today at 888-725-6619 and let our professional staff help upgrade your home today.
Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of 2 great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Premier Pharmacy has more ways to serve you. I'm Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and I'm happy to announce that our newest location in Sugar Creek is open and accepting new patients. Our location in downtown Sugar Creek accepts most major insurances and offers the same great service you've come to expect in our Berlin and Millersburg locations, including delivery and vaccination services. Give us a call today at 330-852-5146 and start experiencing the Premier Pharmacy difference. Premier Pharmacy is your local hometown independent pharmacy.
And today's National Anthem has been brought to you by the Holmes County Veteran Services in Millersburg. Stay tuned. We'll get some thoughts from Bill Pim and the opening pitch coming up next on WKLM.
Denco Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denco takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denco and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
Taking on a large exterior home project is no small task. When you're looking for the best options in roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Provia products are the clear choice. At Provia, quality is engineered into the product, integrity is never compromised, and local craftsmanship delivers a stunning final result that will last for generations. Our experts at Keim Home Center are here to help you explore the possibilities. Visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Partly cloudy skies, otherwise sunny. That's right, I said sunny. Good afternoon for baseball, no question about it. Matt Croy alongside with you and Bill Pim as well. Glad to have you with us on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. Phoenix Price back at the studio. We're also video live streaming this contest on the WKLM YouTube page, courtesy of our partnership with Claxon Communications. Jacob Heading is producing today's live stream coverage and also working the cameras, Logan McPeek, as well as Micayela Plants. Go to YouTube, search WKLM Radio to find the live stream coverage for today's contest. And today's first pitch brought to you by MRV Siding Supply, where they have top quality products like Provia siding, decorative siding, windows and doors, Provia manufactured stone and accessories on County Road 624 in Millersburg, or on the web, mrvsiding.com. Give them a call, 800-524-7436. West Holmes, the home teams. It'll be Ashland at the plate first as the visitors. Michael Franz to lead things off. Bats from the right side, wearing number 31, the senior center fielder. And he is followed by Jeff Hickey, Alex Grissinger, Noah Merrill, Nick Mangus, Trent Summers, Jake Bryant, Miles Farnsworth, and Tanner Wolf rounds out the lineup. I should say Franz batting from the left side of the plate. Actually, left-handed batter facing the lefty as well, and Manny Camacho. Ashland, their black jerseys and also white numerals and orange trim and gray pants as well. Manny Camacho toes the rubber. He rocks and fires in the first pitch of the game. That's going to be a dart on the outside corner for a called strike. For West Holmes defensively, Cooper Booth is the first baseman. Ben Tanner is at second. Brock Gallions at short. Morgan Smith is the third baseman. Here's the wind. And the 0-1 offering. That's going to be down low and away for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Franz. And left is Colston Tenney. And center, that's Nate Sprang. The right fielder, Carson Tainer. Catching, Jefferson Yoder. And mention Manny Camacho, the junior lefty, on the mound. The pitch. Swung on a miss. That'll be strike 2, 1-2 the count. Manny Camacho dominant this spring, to say the least. The Kent State commit. 5-0 record through 32 1/3 innings pitched. And he's allowed 8 runs, just 3 earned on the season. 18 hits while striking out an absurd 68 batters. Walking 13. He's hit a batter, a .64 earned run average. As Camacho rocks and fires the 1-2. That's outside for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Michael Franz. I know Billy got a chance to see Manny a couple of times already this spring. And you've talked a lot about the swing and miss ability he has. The pitch going to be just a bit off the mark, but boy, he's been dominant throughout this spring.
Well, you mentioned the word absurd. I think that probably describes it pretty well. I'm going to keep track of swings and misses tonight. So, like we said, that one game we had 36 swings and misses. We have 1 tonight so far, but you said 13 walks and 32 innings, pretty good, and he just walks the leadoff batter, which is not what you want to see.
After kind of missing a pitch before that, a look pretty close to the strike zone, ends up getting the walk as you talked about on a 3-2 pitch. So leadoff batter aboard in Michael Franz. Here's Jeff Hickey, who bats from the right side, wearing number 11, the sophomore left fielder.
Kirby Kaiser behind the plate, umpire, and I always said he's one of the best ball strike umpires in the area, if not the best. So if he says it's a ball, it's probably a ball.
He's probably right. Throw to first base, and Franz is back there. And it's tough for somebody like Camacho, who does throw hard. And takes a look over first base. Here is the pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. You're probably going to get a few walks, even if you have good command, as Manny has had throughout the spring, because a lot of guys have trouble swinging the bat, pulling that trigger against them, so sometimes you're going to get some calls.
Sure. And you also got guys just trying to get a walk up there. They know they're not going to hit the ball, so they're just trying to walk.
The pitch. That's going to be on the outside corner. Back-to-back strikes, an 0-2 count to Hickey.
I'm really surprised Ashland isn't bunting here. They're usually a bunting team. This 2-hitter looks like a bunter. You got a small leadoff hitter on, probably fast. we'll see what happens here on this pitch, which is probably not going to bunt with 2 strikes.
Camacho from the stretch. And the pitch. Pitch out, and runner didn't go. It's going to be ball 1. 1-2 the count to Hickey.
You know, I always look at when you give me pitching stats, innings pitched compared to strikeouts.
Yeah.
If they're striking out a batter an inning, that's pretty good. This kid's over 2 an inning.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. There's a swing and miss, and there's now 1 away, but that'll add to a strikeout total.
You take 32 times 2, that's 64. You said 68 strikeouts in 32 innings, so that is the definition of absurd.
Unreal. Here's Alex Grissinger. 1 out, 1 on. No score. He bats from the right side wearing number 16, and the senior shortstop. Camacho through to first base, and they have a run on the rundown. Throw to second base, going to be in the left field. So they had a chance to pick off Franz. He had to take off running this. Camacho had him picked off. But the throw off the mark on that throw from Booth, and he'll be in there sliding safely. And kind of did what you're supposed to do in the runner, right? And just take off and hope you can get there.
Yep. With a lefty, sometimes you just first movement, you're going to go. If he throws to first, you just take off. We're calling an error on the first baseman for the throw.
So as a result of that error, runner at second. 1 out. Here's the pitch. That's high for a ball. 1-0 count now to Alex Grissinger. You know the talent's always been there with Manny, and as a result of that, Kent State committed. But I think also, and Wyatt Miller mentioned it during the pregame, as Camacho comes to a set here. Here is the pitch. Going to be in the dirt for a ball and a 2-0 count. From a sophomore to his junior year, we really have seen him take significant strides here. And obviously, I'm sure goes to a lot of hard work he did during the offseason.
Sure. He's really shown a lot of improvement. Even as the season's gone on this year, he's just getting better and better.
Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Goes to 2 balls and a strike now to Grissinger.
I don't know if you people have been out to see a game this year, but he really is a treat to see him. And I tell people, you're seeing something you're probably not going to see very often at West Holmes. I never had a pitcher that threw this hard.
Here's the pitch. Swanby fouled straight back. 2-2 count.
If you get a chance to see him, you got to go see him. A few years ago, we had that football team that led the state in scoring. We were scoring 50 points a game, and, we dominated everybody, running clock, second half. And I was telling people, you're never going to see this again. You better enjoy it now.
See it while you can.
First down from the 50, that's a touchdown. Just, it was unbelievable.
It was. Yep.
And what you're seeing from this kid is very similar to that. It's unbelievable.
A lot of fun to watch, no question about it.
I was just told just yesterday by one of the coaches when the JV coach catches Manny, he has to put extra padding on his thumb because it hurts so bad. Just to throw with him.
Yeah, I'll bet.
When you warm up and pitch and catch, everybody's running away from Manny,
It does cause you to react a little quicker, doesn't it? I mean, you have to.
Right. I used to throw with Levi Jones when he played for me. It was a challenge. I tried not to show that I was half scared.
The pitch. So I'm going to be popped up right field side out of play. Stays at 2-2. I remember Levi, obviously a great athlete in his own right.
Great athlete, yep, and had a really strong arm. No one wanted to warm up with him either. Hey, Coach, you want to throw? Yeah, sure, Levi.
One speed, and it was pretty fast.
Pretty fast, yep.
2-2 count. Here is the pitch. High for a ball, and now a full count to Grissinger. Hanging in there. Second batter to go to a full count in this inning. Of course, the other one was Franz, who drew the walk. He's at second base right now with 1 away. Camacho. Here's the payoff. Going to be swung on, fouled to the right side. That'll be out of play. And count stays at 3-2.
Everything that's been fouled so far has been to the right side.
Sometimes as a hitter, that's your best play right here. Foul the pitch off and at least stay alive at the plate.
This is the time of year usually when the hitters start catching up to the pitchers.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be a bit high for a ball, and that will walk Grissinger, so now 2 runners aboard.
Earlier in the season, pitchers pretty much dominate in high school because, you don't get outside very much. But, this is the point in the season, now we're into May where the hitters start catching up. But with Manny, his velocity, just from watching him, has just increased as the season's gone on.
That's the other part of it. Here's Noah Merrill, the pitch. So going to be fouled to the right side. Another foul to the right. 0-1 count to Noah Merrill, who bats from the right side, wearing number 27 and the sophomore DH. First and second, one away for Ashland, threatening here in the top of the first inning. Camacho looking second. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball, evens it up 1 ball and 1 strike. And you can talk about this rain we've had here over the past week where it's been tough sledding, getting games in. And I guess you can talk about hitters as well as pitchers, certainly in the pitching side of things, as Camacho comes to a set here. And the pitch. High for a ball, 2-1 count. You kind of get out of routine a little bit, during a stretch like that.
Have we had rain lately?
You haven't noticed that?
I didn't notice.
You can't tell looking at the field, can you? That field looks pretty good considering.
Well, I've got a maple tree that came down on my deck that Sunday night during that storm.
You noticed there, didn't you?
Yeah, third quarter of the Cavs game, I lost the game, and then the tree came down on my house. So I wasn't too thrilled with that. But
no.
Yeah, you do kind of get out of the rhythm, but we've got that new hitting facility, that new field house, so I'm sure the kids are in there hitting all the time.
Absolutely. A pitch in there for a strike, a 2-2 count to Merrill. Camacho now with the pitch. Chopper towards second base. It'll be gloved by Tanner. Throws to second base for the force out. No relay throw will be only made on that high bouncer. They do force out Grissinger at second. Now runners are at the corners with 2 outs.
Scored a fielder's choice 4-6 on the out at second base.
And that'll send Nick Mangus to the plate. Mangus batting from the right side wearing number 3, the junior right fielder.
Now batting the right fielder.
Arrow's a chance to score early on here. And for Camacho and the Knights trying to get this third out and get out of this inning. Merrill at first. Franz at third. 2 outs. No score. We're in the top of the first from West Holmes. Camacho the pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him on the fastball. Strike 1.
Pretty good swing right there.
Big cut for Mangus.
Yeah, if that kid hits the ball, it's going to go pretty far.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him again on the swing. 0-2 the count to Mangus.
When you see a kid swing like that, you automatically look at your outfielders, the depth, the left fielder. It looks a little shallow. I'm telling you, if that kid hits the ball, it's going to go over his head.
The pitch. High inside, a little chin music. That caught him, apparently. Maybe he got him part of the wrist. And they're going to say hit batsman, so bad break if you're Camacho because he had an 0-2 count before that. Wasn't a bad pitch either. Just apparently he was kind of crowding that play just enough to get hit.
The ball's thrown so hard you don't have time to get out of the way.
That's true.
He really didn't have time. I don't think he tried to get hit. I certainly wouldn't want to get hit by his pitches.
Not at all. Just the second batter that Camacho's hit this spring. Here's Trent Summers, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Bases are loaded now with 2 outs. Summers bats from the right side wearing number 2, the junior first baseman. 2 walks and a hit batsman. That represents the base runners. Here's the pitch. High for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Knights 1 out from getting out of this thing. Of course, Ashland. 1 swing in the bat to try and take the early lead. Camacho still in the stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 2. 1-2 count now to Summers. Runners get their leads. First, second, and third. And the pitch. Going to be a cold strike 3 in the inside corner, and he knew it. 2 strikeouts in the inning thrown by Camacho, and no score with bases loaded for Ashland in the top of the first. Through a half-inning, newest score for West Holmes. This is OCC Baseball on WKLM.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, and the comforts of home are all gone. Be prepared for the next power outage with a Generac home standby generator. And now, for a limited time, get a free, complete 7-year warranty with purchase. That's a $735 value, absolutely free. Team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac today to schedule your free in-home consultation and a turnkey generator install. Don't miss out on the free 7-year warranty, so call today or visit millersburgelectric.com and be ready for the next power outage.
Other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently. decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Viker Sand and Gravel Incorporated has been serving the central Ohio areas of Wayne and Holmes counties since 1935. They're a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
No score for West Holmes. At the plate for the Knights will be Brock Galligan, followed by Morgan Smith, Carson Tanner, Manny Camacho, Jefferson Yoder, Ben Tanner, Cooper Booth, Colston Tenney, and Nate Sprang rounds out the Knights lineup. In the field for Ashland at first base, Trent Summers, I should say. At second base is Jake Bryant. At short, Alex Grissinger. The third baseman, Miles Farnsworth. And left is Jeff Hickey. In center, that's Michael Franz. In right field, Nick Mangus. Catching, Tanner Wolf. On the mound in pitching is the senior right-hander, Tyler Holt. At the plate for West Holmes, I mentioned Brock Gallium batting from the right side, wearing number 2, the junior shortstop, batting .255. He has 2 runs batted in. Matt Quayle inside Bill Pim for the broadcast from West Holmes. No score, bottom half of the first. Holt stares in. Here's the line and the pitch. Way outside, hits the dirt for a ball. 1-0 count now to Brock Gallion. West Holmes will play this game. They'll play at Ashland tomorrow. And then a home game against New Philadelphia Friday, a makeup game with them, and then they'll be at Norwayne this Saturday. Here's the line and the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, be popped up straight back out of play, goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. And the Killbuck Savings Bank proudly supporting the local youth, and they hope that you all knock it out of the park, celebrating 125 years of serving the community. That's the Killbuck Savings Bank. One count. Here's the pitch by Holt. Her ball swung on the line to center field, a base hit. Gallion did a good job kind of staying back on that curveball and a line drive single to start things off.
Great piece of hitting there. A lot of times the Knights go as Brock Gallion goes. Last game he hit 4 balls in the air, 4 fly ball outs, and I said during the game you got to do something different, change your swing, and he did. And just lined the ball right back up the middle.
Shortened it up, and as you mentioned,
absolutely
came through.
Absolutely.
So good signing for West Holmes. Now we'll see what Morgan Smith can do as he comes to the plate, batting from the right side, wearing number 12. The senior third baseman, batting .171, had 5 RBIs in the season. Of course, you got to see him at New Philadelphia there last week here and really pitched a gem for West Holmes in that game.
Sure, absolutely.
At the plate right now, though, runner on, nobody out, no score, bottom half of the first. Holt from the stretch. And the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer toward first, but it'll be foul ball. And count goes to 0-1 to Smith.
Got a chance to talk to him after the game, after he pitched that great game. Just a humble kid,
Yeah.
He doesn't want the accolades, and great job, and, just a lot of success at West Holmes in his athletic career for sure, but it seems very humble to me from just a little bit I've known of him.
100% right. And the third to first base, and had Gallion leading initially, but he gets back there on the dive. But as you mentioned, a guy that's been incredible on the football field, even wrestling when he's wrestled, of course, on the baseball field as well. But as you mentioned, definitely humble when you get a chance to talk to him.
Yeah, he's a really good quarterback. He throws a really nice ball. He's a starter for, I believe, 2 years.
The 0-1, runner going, swinging a miss for a strike. Throw to second base, going to be not in time, so it'll be a stolen base for Brock Gallion. And now an 0-2 count to Smith.
I kind of wanted to say after Brock got that hit that the Knights were going to score a run this inning. But I won't say that. But if they do, I said it.
There we go. We got that in case he does. Always a threat when he's on the base dash, though, no question about it.
Well, this is the heart of the order for sure for the Knights, the first 4 here.
Gallion, good lead over at second base. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He waved at it on the pitch outside, strike 3. And there's now 1 down in the inning. Here's Carson Tanner. And, of course, the always dangerous hitter in Tanner batting from the right side, wearing number 1, the senior right fielder, batting .462, has 1 homer and 16 RBIs.
Senior number 1, Carson Tanner.
So, good guy to have the plate here in this situation of the Knights with that speed and Gallion at second base.
Yeah, looking at that new Philly game, error on the center fielder on a deep fly, a double, a single, RBIs, stolen bases. He's good. He's really good.
And here is the pitch. Going to be a curveball outside for a ball. And now a 1-0 count to Carson Tanner. And such a weapon to have. Tanner, they have Camacho right after that. The way he swung the bat all spring. A couple guys back-to-back right in the heart of your lineup.
Well, we've said before, if you're the opposing coach, you circle certain names and you say this kid's not going to beat you. Right now, he can beat you unless you put him on first base.
Here's the pitch. So going to be fouled straight back. Goes to 1 ball and 1 strike to Tanner.
Yeah, you put him on first. Now you got first and second. You don't have to face him that way. He's not going to beat me.
Right. Yeah.
You know, very few coaches have the courage to do that, but I'm telling you, this kid's going to get a hit here.
Right.
And then you're going to be down 1-0. He's that good.
He'll dig back in there. Gallion dancing around other of second base. Good lead once again. Hold a couple looks over there. Now the pitch. Going to be on the outside corner for a strike. 1-2 the count now to Tanner. Knights trying to take this early lead. Runner at second and 1 down. Bottom of the first. No score. Holt long steer looking for the right pitch to throw on a 1-2 offering. Comes to a set now. And the pitch. Runner going. High for a ball. Through the third base going to be not in time. And he timed it up perfectly, did Gallion, and slides in on the throw safely for the stolen base.
Great time to steal third with 1 out. 2 outs, no. 1 out, yes. Now you can score a lot of different ways. But I told you he was going to get a hit. So,
yeah.
Infield, you can score on fly ball. A lot of ways you can score now. And I told you he would score, didn't I?
I think you did say that.
Okay.
Here's the pitch. Curveball Swanby popped up right side out of play. Nice curve that one pitched by Holt, but Tanner fights it off.
That's a nasty curveball.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 high school hitters miss that pitch.
Wicked break.
Oh, my gosh. Is this kid pretty good, this Holt kid?
Well, I did get stats, so I can't compare that.
Stats, yeah. Wow, that was a 12-6 curveball. It went straight down, too. You're not going to throw it by this kid. You're just not going to.
Holt. And the pitch. That's outside. Going to be at ball 3. And now a full count to Carson Tanner. Making him work out there.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're probably sitting dead red fastball here, too. But like we say, you have a base open. If you wanted to throw a breaking ball, you could. I don't know that they will. I don't think they will.
Holt now the payoff. Curveball Swanby popped up high in the air. First base side, foul territory, and it's going to be, I believe, out of real estate. Out of our viewing point, but it will be just out of reach. So new life here for Carson Tanner.
Well, he did throw him a curveball, but like you say, you have a base open. But that was a lot higher pitch. I'm pretty sure this will be dead red fastball here.
He'll stand back in there. RBI opportunity for Carson Tanner. He has 16 of them so far. Holt now the pitch. In the dirt, bounces the backstop, runner going. Now he's going to be in a rundown as it bounced off of that backstop. Slides toward third, going to be in time for the out. They got by the catcher, and that being Tanner Wolf. But again, it bounced off that brick, and that's what's something new here. The nice-looking brick out there, but it'll bounce off pretty quickly and went right back to the catcher, and they had a chance to get the runner at third base and Gallion, and they got him.
That's the kind of mistake you would think you'd see from the visiting team. You know, when you've had that backstop all year, we've played when we know what it does. You can't make that mistake.
Big out, now there's 2 down, and runner at first base. Lead runner is off the base pass. Here's Manny Camacho.
When I said he was going to score, I wasn't counting on that.
Yeah, one thing you can't predict. Here's the pitch. That's down low, ball 1. Camacho, of course, bats for the left side, wearing number 20. Junior pitcher, batting .370, and has 13 runs batted in.
Good time to run if you're West Holmes again. Get in scoring position for Camacho.
And the third to first base, again sliding in safely, is Carson Tanner. No score, now 2 outs with that runner at first base for the Knights here in the bottom of the first inning.
Last year with that backstop back, it would have been a run.
No doubt.
For sure.
And the pitch. So going to be fouled straight back to the backstop. Goes to 1-1 to Camacho. This is the game, as we talked about with Wyatt Miller. You realize the tournament drawings are this Sunday, and records get turned in for seeding purposes after tonight's game. So obviously a big game because it's a conference game, but also you'd like to get this victory before you have to turn those records in. Third to first base, and diving in safely to the bag again, Carson Tanner.
Well, you can put your records in really at any time, so you like to have them in early just in case something happens. So I always had them in on Tuesday, and then if we played Wednesday and won, then I changed it. If we lost, well, it's already in.
Right. Yep. Here's the pitch. High inside for a ball. 2-1 the count to Camacho.
And I think a lot of teams do that too.
Yep.
That's always a fun thing, though, is just studying other teams and their records and who they played. And yeah, I love that part of the game. That the draw was always fun and
sure.
Strategy behind it.
Holt, couple nods toward first. Now the pitch. Going to be down low for a ball. 3-1 the count. On that note, you know how basketball's kind of taken that away a little bit from the coaches in terms of the voting process. Obviously, you get to place yourself on the bracket because of the max practice of computer formula. You think baseball ever go that route?
I don't know. I'm not that familiar with how basketball does it now.
Yeah. Holt now the 3-1. High, ball 4. That will walk Camacho. Now, back-to-back walks and runners at first and second. Still not out of the things are as the Ashland team. Jefferson Yoder will be at the plate now.
Of course, keep in mind, I grew up in Northwestern in the 60s, and Northwestern was dominant. We had A and double A.
Uh-huh.
That was it.
That was it, right.
Northwestern was A, double A was the big schools.
Yep.
In the early 70s, they went A, double A, and triple A, you know.
Yeah.
But now, geez Louise, what are the 7?
7 divisions now. Yeah, it has expanded quite a bit. Jefferson Yoder's at the plate, bats for the right side, wearing number 5. The senior catcher batting .237, has 7 runs batted in. The pitch. Curveball going to be just a bit inside for a ball.
Yeah, Coach Miller and I talked, and he's showing me the teams and their records, and I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, geez, you could get to regionals.
Right.
You know,
without a doubt.
I won't say easily, but, you know, there's a trip to regionals there if you want it. Then anything can happen.
Right. The pitch. That's going to be on the outside corner of the fastball, strike 1. 1 strike to Jefferson Yoder.
I can tell you when teams go on the bracket, the first thing you do is you look, does that team have that stud pitcher?
Right.
And people do not want to play West Holmes. I can promise you that. We have that stud pitcher.
Here is the pitch. It's going to be fisted on the bouncer toward short. Glove by Grissinger. Throws the first off balance in the dirt. Gets by the first baseman, Trent Summers. And around third base in scoring, Carson Tanner. Camacho over to third base. So the errant throw had to kind of throw that across his body off balance. Couldn't get it there. Everybody's going to be safe. And West Holmes takes the 1-0 lead.
And they did score, as I said they would.
They did. You knew that was going to work out all along.
Bailed me out, yeah. There'd be no RBI on that, correct?
Correct. No RBI, and that'll keep it going here. But give the Knights credit here, kept battling despite that out earlier in the inning at third, and they still get a run across the board. And here's Ben Tanner. Bats for the right side, wearing number 6. Sophomore second baseman is batting .289 with 5 RBIs.
Now, if you're West Holmes, you're thinking, let's squeeze one more run out of this inning. We got 1. Let's just get 2. If they're going to give us that one, we're going to take 2.
Holt. Now the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer toward short. Grissinger gloves it over the second base of the force, and that will do it. But West Holmes does get a run here in the bottom of the first through 1. West Holmes 1, Ashland nothing. This is OCC Baseball on WKLM.
When you work the land, you know, out there in some far corner of a field, there's an old steel fence post that has your number, and that's when you should have ours. We're your certified Firestone Farm Tire dealer. And when you need service, give us a call. We're specially trained and equipped to handle all your on-farm, in-field tire repair and replacement needs.
Call Millersburg Tire Service, State Route 39 Millersburg, for your farm tire needs.
When you're thinking of an old-fashioned smokehouse flavor, think Sugar Valley Meats. They carry their own ham and bacon, and the old-fashioned smokehouse uses hickory, apple, and sassafras. Processing, curing, and custom butchering are available, cut to your specifications. Stop in and see all the products that they offer. That's Sugar Valley Meats on Dutch Valley Drive in Sugar Creek. Turn left at the light, and Sugar Valley Meats is 1/4 mile on the right. Call today, 330-852-4423.
Critchfield Law Firm has always been dedicated to providing the highest quality legal services to their clients throughout Holmes County and surrounding areas. Critchfield Law Firm also understands the dedication of our youth. From the classroom to the music room to athletics, Holmes County's best is represented in every academic area. Critchfield Law Firm in Millersburg, wishing all who participate the best in their endeavors.
Top half of the second inning, it's a 1-0 West Holmes advantage. At the plate for the Arrows going to be the 7, 8, 9 batters. Jake Bryant is followed by Miles Farnsworth and then Tanner Wolf. Of course, Ashland had bases loaded before getting a strikeout to close out that first inning. Did not score. Got no hits in that first, despite the bases loaded. And we'll get things started here with the number 7 batter at the plate here to begin inning number 2. McRae alongside Bill Pim. Again, we're video live streaming today's contest on the WKLM YouTube page, courtesy of the Claxon communication team of Jacob Heading, as well as Logan McPeek and Micayela Plants. We're also at FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. Phoenix Price back in the studio. Jake Bryant bats from the right side, wearing number 26, the junior second baseman. Camacho threw 30 pitches in that first. The pitch. That'll be a fastball in there for a strike, and hoping for a lot fewer pitches here in this second inning.
Well, they've got him on a pitch count today, so they certainly didn't want to see him throw 30 pitches.
The pitch. Swamby popped up towards shallow right field. Going after that ball is going to be caught. Nice running grab by Carson Tanner. He grabbed it in foul territory and right, and there's now one away. Big catch as you're looking to have a much quicker second inning here for West Holmes, and that'll help on a 2-pitch out. Miles Farnsworth at the plate, bats from the right side, wearing number 8. He's the sophomore third baseman.
Now batting the third baseman, number 8, Miles Farnsworth.
Yeah, I don't know what the number is they're going to keep him to tonight, but when you throw 2 pitches to a batter, you can get pretty far.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. That's high for a ball. 1-0 count now to Farnsworth.
That's 6 pitches an inning. That could take you 8 innings. You're still under 50.
The pitch.
I think.
Swing and a miss. Strike one. You always take that. That's like a Greg Maddox type of game right there. Here's the 1-1. Swung on to be fouled back. Goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Farnsworth.
They say, I don't know if Greg Maddox ever threw a strike. Everything was a couple feet outside. Those umpires gave him that outside corner.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. No, he didn't miss it. And a tag applied by Jefferson Yoder, so indeed it is strike 3. Can hit the dirt, chased after it, and there's now 2 down. Third strikeout thrown by Manny Camacho.
Now batting the catcher, number 3.
And now Tanner Wolf.
We talked about Northwestern in the 60s and A and AA, and just Northwestern was the state champions in 66 in baseball, and that was the same year, oddly enough, that West Holmes went to state as well in baseball.
Right. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be down low for a ball.
A member of that team, Lyle Gray, is a big part of what the Knights do now. He used to come to practices and in games and such. Coach Miller would invite him to be a part of the team, and he passed away this week, unfortunately. But he was a member of that 66 team.
How about that?
I think Doug Dye was on that team, too. He's now in the Triway District, but good
to a pitch inside for a ball. Yeah.
Send our condolences also to Coach Woods, pitching coach for West Holmes forever. I said 24 years, but his father passed away also, and I get calling hours on this Monday.
That pitch going to be on the outside corner for a strike. Yeah, thoughts and prayers goes out to Coach Woods, and back out there coaching baseball again.
He's Dad was, I think, 95 and still cutting wood. We'd have practice Saturday morning, and Coach Woods, he'd say, well, my dad and I were going to go cut wood today, chainsaw. And that's pretty good when you're, 90 years old, you're still in the woods cutting wood.
Pretty tough.
Yeah, for sure.
Inside for ball 4. That'll third walk through into the game by Camacho with 2 outs down to the top of the order for Michael Franz, who walked in his first at bat.
So many athletes, you look at the effect your father had on you, growing up, and not only from sports, but just in general in life.
Swing and a miss for a strike.
I'm sure a lot of these players down here today would tell you their father had a lot to do with their success and the fact they're still playing and their love of the game.
Absolutely. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 2. New balls, 2 strikes now to Michael Franz.
I know my dad was a coach at Northwestern, basketball and baseball both. He's dragging me in that gym. I'm 5 years old, 6 years old, trying to get the ball to the hoop. But that's where it starts,
Sure. Then you develop that passion as well. And here's the pitch. Runner going. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That'll do it for the inning. 4th strikeout thrown by Manny Camacho. And new run score for Ashland at the top of the second through 1.5. West Holmes 1. Ashland nothing. This is OCC Baseball on WKLM.
At Mac Oilfield Service, they offer specialized trucking, water hauling, dirt work, and general oil field service in New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio. They have the equipment and manpower to tackle any task handed to them. The future lies in the hands of our youth, and Mac Oilfield Service is proud to support them. Call Mac Oilfield Service for all your oil field needs at 330-674-7371. That's 330-674-7371.
Transform your home with the timeless beauty of cedar without the hassle. An MRV Siding Supply with maintenance-free sham-clad shiplap siding. The perfect blend of style and durability. Whether it's for porch ceilings, siding, or shutters, their sham-clad shiplap siding offers the latest designs that everyone is talking about. No staining, no sealing, just stunning, hassle-free elegance. Get the look of cedar and elevate your home with sham-clad shiplap siding today. That's MRV Siding Supply in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
For the second 1-0 lead for West Holmes. And at the plate, Cooper Booth. Here's the Y in the pitch. Swampy pop up towards shallow center field. Backtracking is Christinger. The shortstop, he'll make the grab. One pitch and now one away. Booth came in, the left-handed batter and junior first baseman, batting .250 with 8 RBIs. He's been hitting pretty well here of late, but pops it out there for the first out of the inning. And now Colston Tenney's at the plate, bats from the left side, wearing number 10. Junior left fielder is batting .224, has 2 RBIs. And today's player of the game, presented by Buckeye Deli in the Patio, where great food makes great times, from delicious pizza and bar snacks to milkshakes and other beverages. That's Buckeye Deli in the Patio in Nashville. That pitch inside, ball 1 to Tenney.
I'm sure I actually love seeing a one pitch out there.
Yeah.
What if you could have 3 pitches per out, or per inning, excuse me.
You always would take that, no doubt.
Yeah.
Here's the Y and the 1-0. On the inside corner for a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike.
I wonder if anyone's ever thrown a complete game, 21-pitch game in high school. That's something, yeah.
That would be that's probably an unbreakable record there, would be my guess. Here's the 1-1. So want to be a bouncer to the backstop.
That's something your sidekick would know. He looked that up.
What's more impressive, that or 21 strikeouts to get a game?
That's a good question. I'm sure 21 strikeouts has been done in high school.
Right.
21 pitches, though, I doubt that's been done.
I don't think so. Here's the 1-2. That's high for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We're talking about fathers and the effect they've had. You have a son that plays baseball, correct?
I do indeed, yep. He's a junior now. He's had a lot of success on the mound. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's going to be a line on the left field line and a foul ball. You're talking about your dad, and my dad, he actually had a full ride to Marshall University as a pitcher, and I learned a lot baseball and pitching from him, and trying to instill that to my son. So yeah, I mean that goes hand in hand, doesn't it, to each generation.
I didn't know that about you. So yeah, you got to share these things.
I pitched at Mount Vernon Nazarene myself.
I did not know that.
Cold strike 3 on the inside corner. And there's now 2 down. That's the second strikeout thrown by Tyler Holt.
But you have to have a lot of pride in what your son's done. I'm
Absolutely.
Sure it must be an incredible feeling for you.
You can teach your son, but he's still got to want to do it, right? Put the work ethic in, and he certainly has.
For sure. And I'm sure all the mothers are listening going, how about us? Mother's Day coming up.
It's coming
Sunday, up. The sacrifices they've made,
Absolutely. Nate Sprang stands in. Here's the pitch. Going to be a cold strike on the outside corner. Sprang bats from the left side wearing number 7, sophomore center fielder, batting 204 RBIs. I always say, my wife kind of reminds us, and she's a sports fan as well. Here's the 0-1. High for a ball. At least she's kind of had to be because, all boys, what choice do you have? But she reminds us that there's also other things than just sports, and I think credit to her to make sure everybody's grounded that way is also with our kids.
Absolutely. Not to say only mothers are the ones that wash uniforms, but
yeah.
It's usually the woman. But I don't want to get in trouble here, but the West Holmes kids got these white uniforms. Boy, they look nice.
They do.
Yes. Wonder who washed Nate Sprang's uniform. He's up right now. His father's sitting right beside me.
The pitch. In there for a strike goes to 1-2 to Nate Sprang.
Not to mention all the meals that you got warmed up in the oven, and
yep.
You get home. And
always doing the extra things that are necessary to get through the week.
Mothers a lot of times get to hear about when things don't go well, too.
Yes.
My dad was always a little bit harder on me if I didn't play well, but Mom would give me sympathy,
Got to have that balance.
She'd tell me it was okay. Dad, a little different story. A little more direct.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the wind, the pitch by Sprang. Going to be a cold strike 3 on the inside corner. Back-to-back K's looking to close out the inning. Holt, his third strikeout, goes 1-2-3 for the Knights in the bottom of the second through 2, a 1-0 West Holmes lead. This is OCC Baseball on WKLM.
MEB Systems, the area's flat roof specialist. MEB Systems also offers retrofit solutions for low-slope metal roofs. MEB Systems counts it as a privilege to serve our community and beyond with the highest level of customer service and top-notch workmanship. Let them not only learn your business, but also your trust. When it comes to your roof, trust your local experts who believe if it's a job worth doing, it's worth doing right. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333, or visit them online at mbsystems.com. MBB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year. Stop in for the BOGO sale all this week at Rody's IGA. They have Classico pasta sauce, apple cinnamon original Cheerio cereal, Kemp's frozen yogurt, Halo Top ice cream, 2-count triple roll brawny paper towels, or 4-count mega rolls quilted northern bath tissue, and 2-count handy foil cake plans, all buy one get one free. Plus, they have John Morrow Franks, Smithfield Prime Fresh Lunch Meat, Armar Meatballs, Brown Sugar, Honey, Original Hatfield Ham Steak, Starkist Tuna, and Philly Gourmet Beef Steaks, all buy one get one free. Happy Mother's Day from Rody's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg.
Are you ready to accelerate towards your dreams with a new car, ATV, boat, or some extra cash for personal needs? This is Zach Deidinger, a banking center manager at the Commercial and Savings Bank, here to help you fund your next adventure. Our team of experts is committed to finding the right solution for you with competitive rates, flexible terms, and personalized service. Visit csb1.com to apply online or give us a call at 800-654-9015 to speak with a loan specialist and discover the CSB advantage. The Commercial and Savings Bank. Relationships you can bank on. Member FDIC.
And top of the third, 1-0 West Holmes. New pitcher on the mound for the Knights, that being Carson Tanner, the senior. Here's the pitch, going to be outside for a ball. And goes to quickly a 2-0 count here. The start, that could be a 3-0 count, I should say, to Jeff Hickey, who struck out swinging in his first at bat. So Carson Tanner will replace Manny Camacho. Of course, trying to keep his catch count down. I think they're wanting to bring him back on Friday. And as a result, they'll get Tanner out there. That's going to be inside for a ball. And again, that's going to be ball 4. That'll walk Jeff Hickey. And not a bad thing either, because we talked about with the rain and everything, kind of canceling a lot of games here. You want to try to get some other guys some action here and get some guys some work.
Yeah, plus if you want to come back on Friday, it's 2 days from now. You have to be 50 or under pitches. So.
Right.
If you want to come back tomorrow, it's under 30 and under. So.
And Camacho had thrown 44 pitches before taking him out there. Throw to first base, and Hickey is back there. Grissinger, he walked in his first at bat. And mentioned Tanner on the mound now. Manny Camacho's at first base. Keston McKinney now over in right field. The pitch. That's high for a ball. And a 1-0 count to Grissinger. 1-0 West Holmes, still anybody's ball game in the top of the third.
You said about they want to bring Manny back on Friday. I think Coach Miller said in the pregame that,
very close play on the pickoff throw, but Hickey's back there.
I think he said Manny wants to come back on Friday and face New Philly, trying to see all the teams in the OCC.
Sure.
And since Smith pitched against New Philly the first game, Manny liked to throw that game.
Outside for a ball, 2-0 count. So that opportunity for maybe get OCC Pitcher of the Year, so.
He would certainly deserve it, I would think.
I would think.
At the very least.
Yes. Hickey lines off the first to pitch. That's outside for a ball. 3-0 count, and Tanner still trying to find the strike zone here to start things off in this third inning. Remember, if you get into a collision, make your first call to Finish Line Auto Body, where they have experts in collision repair. Another third to first base, and again, Hickey is back there. And they'll even help with the $500 of your insurance deductible. Give Brooks a call, 674-1483. Pitch down low in the dirt, ball 4. And again, Tanner's not throwing the strike so far to start off this inning. It's back-to-back walks. And now Noah Merrill at the plate, hit into a 4-6 fielder's choice in the first inning. So a little discussion with pitcher and catcher now.
Yeah, if you're Ashland, you got to be patient here and look at a pitch and look at a strike. A lot of coaches here will bunt him over, but I would make him throw a strike before I bunted him over. He might walk again, then he is over.
Absolutely. And now Carson Tanner, 1-3 record on the mound this spring. 19 2/3 innings pitched, allowing 18 runs, just 9 earned, 24 hits allowed, striking out 21, walking 6, hitting 2 batters, 3.20 earned run average.
Well, everything's on the outside part of the plate, so sometimes just a matter of just moving over on the rubber a little bit.
See if you can find it here. 2 runners aboard and nobody out. And the Knights just that 1-0 lead in the third. Tanner the pitch. That's the curveball off the plate for a ball. Good stop by Yoder. Couldn't find it initially, but he'll pick it up out of the dirt, and runners will stay at bay. But now a 1-0 count to Merrill. 9th ball to start off this third inning. Tanner trying to find that adjustment. Smith playing up on the infield grass at third. And Tanner spins around to look the runner back. Nobody covering, though. Over at second base. Tanner now the pitch. That's outside for a ball. 2-0 count now to Noah Merrill.
Let's not forget Carson Tanner was pretty much the ace of the staff last year.
No doubt.
But he's had some arm problems this year and hasn't quite found that form yet.
And that's in the dirt, goes to the backstop, so wild pitch that can allow the runners to advance over to second and third.
Like I say, every pitch is outside. So, do something different at the very least. Like I say, move over in the rubber, your release point could be sooner. There are a lot of things you can do to change where the ball goes.
The pitch in the dirt, bounces to the backstop. Went to the windup that time, but still couldn't find the strike zone. So again, has not thrown a strike yet in the inning. That's 3 straight walks. Bases are loaded. Here's Nick Mangus, who was hit by a pitch in the first inning. And that'll cause head coach Wyatt Miller come out to the mound. We'll take a quick timeout. Back to you after this on WKLM.
This is Jeff Allison at Burgett Insurance. I have partnered with Buckeye Insurance Group to provide our customers with insurance coverage at competitive rates, backed by outstanding service. If you would like a no-obligation review of your farm, home, or auto insurance, see me, Jeff Allison at Burgett Insurance. Buckeye Insurance Group and Burgett Insurance, working together to protect you.
And the discussion is over. And again, Tanner will remain out there at the plate, Nick Mangus. And sometimes, you talked about it, Bill, sometimes it just takes a couple words from the coach here to kind of refocus things. And hopefully for Tanner, that'll be just what the doctor ordered as he toes the rubber once again.
It's amazing what a visit will do.
And indeed, here it is. Very nice pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 count to Mangus. Bases are loaded, though, with nobody out.
Just like magic.
Yep. Here's the 1 and the 0-1. That's outside, ball one. When he has missed those, you talked about it's been outside.
Every one. Even the strike was on the outside corner.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Curveball. Swanby popped up first base side, foul territory, out of play, but Tanner for the first time will be ahead of the count at 1-2. And that's when you can go to that curveball in that situation, when you can get ahead of the count like that. Infield is up on the infield grass. Here is the pitch. Curveball. Swanby fouled straight back. Fights off a tough pitch, does Mangus, and stays alive.
Yeah, a lot of times you don't want to throw a curveball with men on third in case the ball gets by the catcher, but with this backstop so close,
yeah, don't have to worry about that.
That's like having another catcher behind you. It kind of figures into what pitches you call. It really does. We already saw it cost the Knights a run today.
Absolutely. Here's the 1-2 again. Swanby fouled to the right, and that'll be out of play. Count stays at 1-2 strikes. Tried to sneak that fastball by him, but couldn't do it that time. Mangus stands back in. And the pitch. Curveball. Swanby a bouncer toward short in the left field, a base hit. Hickey scores from third base behind him is Grissinger. He'll come in to the home plate, cut off. Have a chance to get Merrill on a run down at second, and they'll do that. Run to third base going to be not in time, I don't think, or will it be? No, everybody's going to be safe, so kind of held on it too long. Runners safe at second and third, but the 2 RBI single by Nick Mangus knocks in Hickey and Grissinger. That's the risk you take here when you had the infield up like that, obviously in a one-run ball game, and that was a grounder that kind of stuck through in the left field.
Perfectly placed for sure, but the Knights didn't play it right from there. Third baseman's supposed to be the cutoff in that situation. The pitcher ended up cutting it. The pitcher's supposed to be backing up home.
Now batting number 2.
He was actually the cutoff. The second baseman needs to let go of the ball sooner.
Here's Trent Summers, the pitch. Swung on to be fouled back. 0-1 count. Summers struck out looking at his first at bat, but Ashland has taken the lead for the first time, 2-1. Now in this third inning. Of course, the 3 walks, then the 2 RBI single. So still nobody out.
We used to practice rundowns almost every day. A lot of teams don't, you know. I don't know if West Holmes does or not, but, man, that just kills you. That's an out.
And how many teams do you see, not be able to execute that? So it almost takes that, consistently to get a feel for that rundown. Off the plate for ball, 1 strike to Summers. The pitch. Curveball, that's high. Ball 2, 2-1 the count. 2-1 Ashland now in the third. And still not done with runners at second and third. The pitch by Tanner. Outside a bit low. That's going to be ball 3. 3-1 count now to Summers.
You don't want the game to get away from him if you're the Knights right here.
Here's the pitch. So on be a fly ball in the right field. Going after the ball is going to be Carson Tanner. And going after it, actually Kesta McKinney rather. Going after it. And that's going to be a foul ball. And of course, Tanner now on the mound, and Kim McKinney out there couldn't quite come up with it, but it'll be a foul ball, and now a full count to Trent Summers. Knights need to get an out right here. Mangus at second, and Noah Merrill is at third base. Hickey and Grissinger are the ones that scored so far in this third inning. Tanner the payoff. Outside, ball 4. Another walk, and that is the 4th walk thrown to the inning. And here we are with bases loaded again. Jake Bryant at the plate, who flew out to right in his first at bat.
Well, that walk doesn't hurt you so much because you got that force now at the home.
In there for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 count to Jake Bryant.
You're in the bottom part of the order. So if you're Carson, you just say, I'm going to strike out.
There's the fly ball toward right, going to be caught by McKinney. No, he drops it. And now everybody trying to advance the base. Chance to force out the runner, but nobody was there at second base, so everybody's going to be safe. So error in right, and everybody moves up the base, and a run scores, and Noah Merrill. 3-1 lead now for Ashland. And that's the problem. When you get guys on base, then little things like that seem to happen a lot of times.
The ball always finds the new guy.
It does.
Always.
Here's Miles Farnsworth. Struck out swinging in his first at-bat in the last inning. So 3 runs have scored. Still searching for the first out of the inning are the Knights. Here's the pitch by Tanner. So want to be fouled back. 0-1 count now to Miles Farnsworth. Bryant at first, Summers at second, Mangus at third. The pitch. Check swing, he fouls it to the backstop. And now an 0-2 count to Farnsworth. Ashland, they play, obviously, their home game against West Holmes tomorrow. Friday, they'll be at Ontario, and then Saturday, a game at Sandusky. Here's the 0-2. Curveball. So want to be fly ball to the right field line. It's going to be a foul ball. Not by much, it couldn't have been, and count stays at 0-2, though.
They need probably to move him in a little bit and over a little bit towards the line because you're bottom of the order. These guys are not the power hitters. That's where they're going to go. You got to make adjustments if you are the Knights and you're the outfielders.
So going to be fouled back. Count will stay at 0-2. Again, 0-2 count, and his last 2 pitches pretty near that strike zone, and Farnsworth's been able to get a bat on it. He'll stand back in. Tanner now the pitch. Swing and a miss and a high fastball there. Strike 3 chased after, and that is the first out of the inning. So a strikeout. Bases remain loaded. Tanner Wolf is at the plate. Number 9 batter on the order for the Arrows. He walked in his first at bat.
Number 36, Tanner Wolf.
3-1 lead Ashland. 3 runs so far in this third inning. Tanner trying to work through this jam. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Went inside on the fastball there. Strike 1. The wide and the 0-1 offering. Curveball. That'll be a bit inside. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch. High and inside. That'll back him off the plate. And a 2-1 count to Wolf. Tanner. That pitch will be a line foul to the left side. That'll be out of play. And evens it up 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And now the left fielder, if you're West Holmes, has to be thinking, okay, they're swinging late. I got to move towards the line in a little bit. Now I see him moving a little bit that way.
Pitch sails high for a ball. And a full count. As you mentioned, positioning is really key.
We talk about it every game, don't we? You know, teaching kids to think on their own and constantly be moving in the outfield.
That's high, ball 4. That's going to walk him. Again, that's now 5 walks in the inning. And then a walk and a run. So make it 4-1, Ashland in the lead. So that has been the issue here in this inning.
Looks like Coach Miller may have seen enough. I see him up. Here he comes.
Here he comes. So that's going to do it for Carson Tanner. We'll take a timeout. 4-1 Ashland in the top of the third. Pitching change coming up on WKLM.
Attention Knights Nation, this is Noah Clark with Clark Fowler Electric. As a proud sponsor of West Home Sports from T-ball all the way through high school, Clark Fowler Electric Motors and Supplies is on top of the game. With almost 3 decades as the area's leading provider in parts, repairs, and service, Clark Fowler is a team that you can count on. If you've had a breakdown, we'll get you back up and running and get you back into the game. Visit ClarkFowlerElectric.com for more details and information and all your electric motor needs. Go Knights!
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit WayneDoor.com for a free quote today.
Ready to hit the road toward a high-demand career? Buckeye Career Center is proud to participate in the Ohio Commercial Truck Driver Student Aid Program. This state-funded initiative helps cover the cost of your CDL training through grants and loans offered by the state of Ohio. Don't miss this opportunity to start a rewarding career. Call Buckeye Career Center's Adult Education Department at 330-339-2288 today to learn more or to apply for the program. You can also visit BuckeyeCareerCenter.org for more information.
Nate Sprang is putting his name on the map for West Holmes baseball tonight.
Here we go. Here is Nate Sprang.
Here it is.
Nate Sprang,
Look at that
the sophomore.
Look at that.
He'll step in place of Carson Tanner, the lefty, getting his warm-up tosses in here. And, of course, we're just talking to his dad here, and he's, I guess he should be used to this now. He's been in this situation before. Bases loaded. Not an easy spot if you're a pitcher, but we'll see what he can do.
Those are the things dads know. For sure. And I just, like I said, I got a feeling he's going to come through here. I just don't think the pressure is going to bother him. We saw him come in, it was a night game when he came in with the bases loaded, and he did the job.
Here he is. Here, of course, the lefty, sophomore lefty, Nate Sprang. And to the top of the order, this will be the ninth batter to come to the plate in this inning. And Michael Franz, leadoff batter, he's at the plate. Here's the wind, the pitch by Sprang. That'll be in there for a strike. Good start off your Sprang, and now an 0-1 count. Franz walked in his first at-bat, struck out in his second at-bat. 1 out in the inning. And here is the pitch. That's in the dirt. Nice stop by Jefferson Yoder. Ball 1 strike to Franz. 4-1 Ashland. All 4 runs have come in this third inning, and really just the one hit they've gotten. Although that's been the walks. Sprang the pitch. Swabiak grounder towards second. Big glove by Tanner over the second for the force. Real through to first base, going to be not in time. Couldn't quite get the double play. Good speed by Franz to beat that out, so another run will score. And a 5-1 Ashland lead. Second out of the inning.
Probably if anybody else is running, that's a double play. That was tailor-made, but good job by Sprang coming in, throwing strikes.
Yeah, doing what he can do.
Yep.
And now at the plate going to be Jeff Hickey, who has struck out one time. He's walked and scored. The guy that started the inning off. He'll hit for a second time in this same third inning. The pitch. In there for a strike through the third base. Going to be off the helmet of Jake Bryant. Ricochets to the left. Third home plate going to be in time, but it was dropped by Jefferson Yoder. So the run will score despite that. They had a chance to get him despite that. The ball going in the left. Good backup out there in left field by Colston Tenney. But the run will score despite that.
You don't give the catcher 2 errors on that, do you? An error on the throw and an error because he dropped the throw.
Yeah.
I think it's just one.
Probably just one.
Yeah, but man.
Mm-hmm. All the way over to third base, Michael Franz, because he had stolen second. Then he gets the third on that errant throw. So things not going West Holmes' way in this inning. 6-1 is the score in favor of Ashland. That's inside for a ball.
Clear.
1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch. Breaking pitch inside, hits the dirt for a ball. 2-1 count now to Jeff Hickey.
The reason Jake Bryant was on base in the first place was an error on a fly ball.
Right.
And then he scores on an error. That kid should have been out 2 different times. He's living right today, I guess.
He is, the pitch. And that'll be just a bit inside. Ball 3. 3-1 count now to Hickey.
Ashland has officially batted around. We decided that 10th guy has to actually bat, correct? According to Tim Kirkshin, to bat around.
Yeah, that's right. And as you mentioned that before, which does make sense. Inside for a ball. And that will walk Hickey. And now with runners at the corners here, it'll be Alex Grissinger to the plate. Hickey at first, Franz at third. Grissinger's at the plate. He's walked twice today and has scored a run. The pitch. High for a ball, now a 1-0 count. Spraying in the pitch. It'll be a bit inside for a ball. 2-0 count now to Alex Grissinger. 6-1 Ashland. All 6 runs have been scored in this third for the Arrows. And the pitch, runner going, high for a ball. No throw made by Jefferson Yoder, and Hickey will get the stolen base over to second. Make it a 3-0 count now to Alex Grissinger. Runners at second and third. 2 outs in the inning as the Knights just need to get that third out here. And the pitch. That's high, ball 4. So back-to-back walks here, and that'll send Noah Merrill to the plate. Merrill hit into a 4-6 fielder's choice and also has walked and scored.
Now batting number 27, Noah.
Bases are loaded again. We said that a few times here in this inning. Here's the pitch. Called strike on the inside corner. 0-1 count. Spraying into the windup here. Here's the wind of the 0-1. It's going to be a line to third and knocked down by Smith. Tries to get back after Gallion picks it up. He throws the first not in time. That was hit hard on a line shot. Smith did a good job of just getting in the mid on that ball. Not able to make a play on that throw by Gallion, not in time. It'll be the infield single there. Will knock in Franz. He'll get the RBI. Does Merrill in a 7-1 Ashland lead. The third base is Hickey. The second is Grissinger. Bases remain loaded. Here's Nick Mangus at the plate. The pitch, high for a ball, 1-0 count.
What's that saying? When it rains, it pours? And it's been raining a lot.
It has.
West Holmes needs a break here. Something needs to go their way this inning. Turn this thing around.
High outside for a ball and a 2-0 count. Mangus was hit by a pitch in the first. 2 RBI single earlier in this inning and scored. And the pitch. Down low for a ball, 3-0 count. But as you mentioned, just baseball's kind of like that sometimes, that a couple things don't go your way, and all of a sudden it's a trickle effect, and it's been that way here in this inning.
What is that? Ashland only has 2 hits this game, correct?
Right. That pitch in there for a strike, 3-1 count. The line in the pitch. High for a ball. That'll walk him, so that'll walk in a run. Of course, a walk with bases loaded. So another run will score here for Ashland. Again with 2 outs. That'll send Trent Summers to the plate. And for Summers, struck out looking in the first and walked and scored in the third inning. 8-1 Arrows. And a little discussion here at the mound here for West Holmes. At this point, for the Knights, not that you want to give up a hit, but the main thing is get that in the strike zone, give yourself a chance to get out of this inning.
Absolutely.
So we'll see what happens right here.
8 walks this inning.
Right.
Yeah.
Now the wind, the pitch. That's outside for a ball. 1-0 count now to Summers. Mangus at first, Merrill's at second, Grissinger's at third base. Here's a 1-0. That's just a bit low for a ball. 2-0 count now to Summers. Ashland 3-4 in the OCC entering this game, and West Holmes at 6-3 in the conference. The 1 and the 2-0. So it'll be a fly ball toward right. McKinney going after, going to be over his head. It's going to be in there for a hit. As he twists around, couldn't find it. Scoring third is going to be Grissinger. Merrill around. He will score as well. And also Mangus will score. And it'll be a 3 RBI double by Trent Summers. Ashland will add on to the total now an 11-1 lead.
That's 3. That's 11-1.
Well, you put enough guys on board, and guys are going to eventually hit the ball, and Ashland's certainly capable of doing that.
Well, I couldn't believe he swung.
You're right.
I was just getting ready to say,
right.
Why are you swinging? And really, the ball should have been caught.
Right.
But it's just been that kind of inning.
Indeed it has. Here's Jake Bryant. 11-1 Ashland. Again, 11 runs in this inning. If you went to the restroom or came back, you're wondering what happened. But it's been, as you talked about, just that kind of an inning for West Holmes. Pitcher and catcher trying to get on the same page here as we resume action. Jake Bryant, he's flown out to right and has gone on by an error and scored. And the pitch. In the dirt, going to be ball 1, 1-0 count. Summers over at second after that 3 RBI double. Here's the 1-0. High for a ball, now a 2-0 count to Jake Bryant. And Keim Home Center is your home building and woodworking destination, along with lumber, building materials, and custom quality millwork. Visit them on the web, keimhome.com. And the 2-0. It's going to be a bouncer. Going after, going to be Tanner. He'll glove it, bobbles it, throws to first base. Going to be in time for the out, just barely, but he got it. And West Holmes finally gets out of this nightmarish inning. But 11 runs scored for Ashland, top of the third, and now through 2.5, 11-1 Ashland. This is OCC Baseball on WKLM.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Rheem Pro partner, and you know you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Rheem and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling, they're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
The secret's out. Thread and Ink in Holmesville is open to take care of your custom apparel, embroidery, and screen printing needs. They offer a storefront with apparel for West Holmes, Highland, and surrounding schools. Whether it's school spirit wear, professional business attire, accessories, or unique custom designs, they deliver excellence in every product. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 till 5. Thread and Ink is located at 8210 County Road 245 in Holmesville. Or call Justine at 330-279-9222. That's Thread and Ink, custom embroidery and screen printing in Holmesville.
Looking to upgrade the exterior of your home? Siding is indeed the best bang for your dollar. Hi, I'm Nevin Mast with Home Siding Contractors. We have the best siding on the market today, and the low maintenance aspect of our siding is what our customers enjoy the most. Provia Siding fits that bill exactly. No frequent painting or staining with wood siding. No routine sealing like stucco. Provia Siding lasts. Check out all we have to offer at our new and improved showroom east of Millersburg, and let our experienced sales team show you how affordable our products can be.
Half for the third inning now, 11-1 Ashland after the 11 spot they got in the top of the third. And West Holmes now has some work to do, to say the least. It'll be the top of the order at the plate, Brock Gallion, followed by Morgan Smith and Carson Tanner. 1 run and 1 hit. They left 2 runners on base as the Knights. That pitch will be grounded toward third. Going to be off the mid of the third baseman, Miles Farnsworth, through to first base by the shortstop. Alex Grister not in time. You call that an infield single?
Sure.
Call that a hit for Brock Gallion, his second hit today. So leadoff batter aboard, and now Morgan Smith will be at the plate. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. Tyler Holt, he struck out 3. He's walked 2. He's thrown 36 pitches so far today.
Third baseman, number 12.
And today's player of the game presented by Buckeye Deli in the Patio, where great food meets great times, from delicious pizza and bar snacks to milkshakes and other beverages. Buckeye Deli in the Patio in Nashville.
The bad thing about getting down this far is now it kind of takes you out of your game.
Pitch swung up, he popped up by Smith. Shallow left field going after it, and going to be making the catch as shortstop Alex Grissinger. And there's now 1 away.
You really can't run much.
Right.
It's pretty much a base of the time. You can't do anything, risk anything, because you need a lot of runs.
Right. And Carson Tanner's at the plate. He walked and scored. The lone run for West Holmes so far back in the first inning.
This used to drive me crazy as a coach, but, we had all those walks last inning, and like a half-hour inning, and then we come up and we swing at the first pitch, the first 2 batters both, and, they're out of it in a few pitches.
Yep. Outside for ball, runner going, throw to second base, going to be not in time, and sliding in safely with the stolen base is Brock Gallion. 1-0 count, Carson Tanner, runner at second, 1 down.
If you're the Knights, you have to have the mentality, now it's our turn. You're going to be out there for a while. We're going to score some runs. We're going to have some walks. We're going to, score some runs.
And Holt will throw to second base. Gallion's back there, and likely you're not going to get all those runs back at once, but try and chip away at that as much as you can.
Right. No sooner did I say you can't steal than we stole. But I guess when you're that fast, you can. He doesn't get thrown out very often.
No. Another throw to second base. He dances around out there. Gallion will get back to the second. Of course, he stole third back in the first, and they're probably thinking about that, but again, the Knights have a lot of runs here to catch up with.
Well, when you say chip away, that's exactly what you have to do if you're the Knights. It's 1 batter at a time.
Holt now the pitch. That's a bit high for a ball. 2-0 count now to Carson Tanner. It's time to be thinking about those concrete projects. Holmes Ready Mix of Millersburg offers ready mix concrete, precast blocks, and a variety of mason and concrete products. Holt now the 2-0. Drops in there for a strike, 2-1 the count. Call for prices and delivery options of Ready Mix Concrete, 674-0865, and Santa Granville, 674-8121. That's Holmes Ready Mix.
I think it was a softball game that do mercy rule.
Holt, couple looks in, takes in his time out there. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch outside for a ball, goes to a 3-1 count to Carson Tanner. And wanting to get another baseball is Tyler Holt. Getting 1 out with Gallion at second base. 11-1 Ashland, bottom half of the third. Nice trying to get a run across the board here.
No, it was only 9.
Holt, now the pitch. Going to be in there for a strike. Full count to Carson Tanner.
That was a Greg Maddox pitch there.
Yeah, it was.
Outside corner plus a little bit.
If you're West Holmes, you need to get those calls now. Here's the payoff. That's outside ball 4, so Tanner will indeed take his base. Third walk through in the game by Tyler Holt, and runners at first and second, 1 out. Manny Camacho will be at the plate. He walked in the first inning.
Now batting number 20, Manny Camacho.
So get an opportunity here for West Holmes to try to get some runs here, and he really got to capitalize here. See what West Holmes can do as Camacho steps into the batter's box. And the pitch. It's going to be a high fly ball. Going after it, that's going to be Jeff Hickey in left, and he will make the grab. And going back to second base is Brock Gallion. That'll be out number 2. Just got underneath of that one on that swing, Camacho. Here's Jefferson Yoder, who got on by an error short in his first at-bat.
It's another first pitch swing.
Yep.
3 of the 4 batters have swung at the first pitch.
Jefferson Yoder.
And again, a game where they're trying to find their way on base here.
Yeah.
Rather than be a little more patient, as now Yoder's back in the batter's box to pitch. That'll be in there for a strike. It's a 0-1 count to Yoder. Back right alongside Bill Pim. Again, this game being video live streamed on the WKLM YouTube page, or also on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Big cut from Yoder goes to 0-2. Tanner's at first and Galligan at second base. Holt a couple looks at second. Takes his time out there. Does Holt in between pitches, and time is called.
You know, in the major leagues, 11-1, the game's pretty much over.
Yeah.
But in high school, we've seen anything can happen.
Certainly.
You know, you don't think the game's over.
Holt comes to a set again, and the pitch. Curveball going to be called strike 3 on the inside corner. That'll do it for the inning. 4 strikeouts done today by Tyler Holt. No runs scored for West Holmes in the bottom of the third through 3. Ashland 11, West Holmes 1. This is OCC Baseball on WKLM.
Beachy's Auto Diesel and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of 2 great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Premier Pharmacy has more ways to serve you. I'm Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and I'm happy to announce that our newest location in Sugar Creek is open and accepting new patients. Our location in downtown Sugar Creek accepts most major insurances and offers the same great service you've come to expect in our Berlin and Millersburg locations, including delivery and vaccination services. Give us a call today at 330-852-5146 and start experiencing the Premier Pharmacy difference. Premier Pharmacy is your local hometown independent pharmacy.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, 2 reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
And top of the 4th inning, 11-1 lead for Ashland. At the plate for them going to be Miles Farnsworth, followed by Tanner Wolf. That's the 8-9 batters. Then the top of the order. Stop in for weekly specials along with a great selection in the deli, meat, and produce departments. For a fresh arrangement of flowers, check out the Posey Pad Floral Shop. And then before you head out, sign up for a Roadie's Rewards card at Roadie's IGA. It'll be Nate Sprang on the mound once again here to start off this top of the 4th, facing Miles Farnsworth of Ashland. Farnsworth 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. That pitch will be fouled back on the throw by the lefty Nate Sprang. 0-1 count to Miles Farnsworth. Top half of the 4th. So Sprang gets ahead of the count. Now the wide in the 0-1 offering. That'll be on the inside corner for a strike. 0-2 count now to Miles Farnsworth. Getting in the top of the 4th inning. And the pitch. That's high for a ball. 1-2 the count. Of course, things not going West Holmes' way at the moment. We know at the end of the game, it was kind of going the Cavs' way last night, Bill, but it didn't finish out that way. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's high for a ball. 2-2 count. Of course, the shot there at the end by Halliburton got that win and kind of stole that victory from the Cavs last night in the playoff game.
Yeah, you had to bring that up, didn't you? I just got a text. My friend just said, how do you feeling after last night? I'm like,
yeah,
I'm sick. Here's an interesting stat, though, for you.
Yeah.
This is pretty amazing. Since 1997-98 in the NBA playoffs,
yeah,
when a team has been...
There's one on a grounder toward short. Gallion will scoop it up. He'll fire to first base. They're in time for out number one.
When a team has been behind by 7 or more points with under a minute to go in the playoffs, their record is 3 wins and 1,640 losses.
Wow.
What's even more amazing about that is the Indiana Pacers are 2 of those 3 wins.
Wow.
When they played Milwaukee in the previous series, they were down 118 to 111 with 35 seconds to go and ended up winning that game.
So they've been the team that's been able to beat those odds, apparently.
Yeah. 3 and 1,640 record, and Indiana is 2 of those 3.
Unbelievable. Kind of feel you have that feeling of only in Cleveland type of situation, don't you?
Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong.
Yes. The 1-0 in there for a strike. 1-1 count, Tanner Wolf, who's walked twice, and then also an RBI. I guess if you're the Cavs, down 0-2, but still certainly the talent to come back in that series.
Yeah, but a lot of the talent sitting on the bench hurt and street clothes.
And that also is the thing that's hurt.
Boy, were they complaining on the radio this morning, on the radio talk shows about that. Everybody's got an answer, don't they?
Yes, they do. Yeah, they could use those guys dressing up on Friday. 2-1. Swung on, be a bouncer to the first base side. It bounces just foul. 2-2 count, though, to Wolf.
I did watch the press conference with the coach after the game. He said that Donovan Mitchell was having cramps, and I didn't realize that.
Sure.
When you have cramps, that's a problem.
Yes.
Yeah, when you're fighting through that.
Well, and he had to work awfully hard last night.
He sure did. He's good, though, isn't he?
Yes, he is. On the watch. Bouncer foul to the right. Count stays at 2-2. For the Cavs, he probably would have preferred him not have to work so hard, but do what you got to do.
Well, he said had a couple of dunks. He doesn't dunk that much, and one of the reasons he says because he saves his energy,
Right.
But Strus had a dunk last night. Holy cow!
He did. High for a ball, 3-2 count. Yes, Strus actually did play well last night as well.
He did. He really did. Those playoff games will become just like football almost. The coach was saying.
Swanby popped up third base side foul territory. It's out of play.
Coach was saying, Coach Atkinson, we couldn't move on offense because they're grabbing and holding you the whole time.
Here's the problem I have with that. During the regular season, that would be a foul, right? So why call it different in the playoffs versus the regular season? That's been the gripe, I guess, over the years.
Yeah.
As an official, like yourself, here's the pitch. Swanby fly ball towards shallow right field in there for a bloop single for Tanner Wolf, but would you call anything differently in a tournament game versus a regular season game? Or are you allowed to reveal that?
Well, Tony Brothers was on the game last night, and I've heard Tony Brothers speak before because I was a basketball official, and Joe DeRosa I know personally, and his kid J.D. DeRosa is an NBA referee now. Hearing those guys talk, it's a little different than what we think reffing would be,
Right.
But Tony Brothers has been doing it 20-some years.
He has.
One of the top officials. So
he's a veteran. In the dirt for a ball, 1-0 count to Michael Franz.
We all sit and watch TV and go, how do you miss that call? I mean, it's harder when you're there.
Yes,
you know?
Absolutely.
And those guys are complaining every call.
Aren't they? That'd be hard to put up with.
It would be.
Go to first base and back standing up, Tanner Wolf. No, that is a job I wouldn't want.
It's hard. It really is. Yep. But yeah, the playoffs just become different. You're absolutely right. It's just war.
The pitch. Outside for a ball. 2-0 count now to Michael Franz.
I remember watching the Celtics and the Lakers years ago when Kobe Bryant was playing. They were in the NBA Finals, and nobody could score. It just became nobody could move.
I remember that.
Everybody's just holding everybody, and you couldn't score. You had Kobe Bryant, and the Celtics had whoever they had, and it was a really low-scoring game.
Physical. 3-0 count to Michael Franz.
Back to baseball.
That's right. And the pitch. That's in there for a strike. 3-1 count, Michael Franz. Runner on, a 1 out. And the pitch. A bit outside, ball 4, then a walk Franz. And Sprang fourth walk through for him. First and second now with 1 away. And at the plate going to be Jeff Hickey. He's walked a couple of times, a strikeout, and also scored a pair of runs here today. And for West Holmes, obviously, you're still fighting and want to win the game. At the same token, you're not really thinking too much about that right now. You're working on just getting some work, got some work here, and trying to go out there and make that next pitch type of situation, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, you're just trying to throw strikes here and get out of the inning. As the head coach, the thing though that makes you sick is you were looking possibly at competing for the OCC title.
Right.
As Coach Miller said, the 2 teams in the top, you beat both of them.
So I'm foul tipped in the mitt of the catcher, and swing strike 1 to Jeff Hickey.
You lose this game to Ashland though, and it's going to be really hard with 4 losses to win the OCC. It's almost impossible.
You got New Philadelphia Worcester out top. That can be swung on, be line foul to the right side, goes to 0-2 to Hickey.
And they have to play each other, right?
Yes.
I'm not even sure mathematically if with 4 losses if you could possibly even tie.
0-2 count to Hickey. Sprang in the pitch. In the dirt. That'll be ball 1, 1-2 the count.
Ashland was always tough for me to beat. There were years I know we were better than them. I think every year I coached, we split with them. They never swept us. We never swept them.
Right.
There were years we should have swept them, but they're just pesky.
The pitch. In the dirt for a ball, 2-2 count, but that's the thing. You look at the OCC and you think, well, Worcester's always a tough win. Lexington's always a tough win. Ashland, as you talked about right there. There's a lot of those types of teams that you play. Lexington, not a whole lot of easy type games in the conference.
No, then you got Dover coming in. That's one of the best programs in the state, really.
Line shot to third, caught by Smith. Throws to second base in the right field, trying to double off the runner, but couldn't do it. And they get the out, but now an errant throw will allow Wolf to advance to third base.
Did you see that catch?
So the out, but then the error, and now runners at the corners, but they'll take the second out of the inning. But that was a scorch by Hickey.
That was really scorched, yep.
Here's Alex Grissinger.
Smith had a couple of those balls tonight, hit right down to him. He caught that one. That was a double play.
Yeah.
Just threw it wide.
Grissinger, he's walked all 3 times. He's come to the plate and has scored 2 times. And Sprang in the pitch. Down low for a ball. 1-0 count now to Grissinger.
That's bad base running by the Ashland runner at second. We always say you got to freeze on that line drive.
Yeah.
Kids, their instinct is just to take off, which he kind of did. Had him dead to rights.
The pitch. On the inside corner for a strike, 1-1 count.
I used to say you should never, ever get doubled off on a line drive.
Right.
And I realize at first base sometimes you can, third base occasionally, but not when you're on second base. You should never get doubled off.
The pitch. Runner going, no throw made high for a ball, 2-1 count here. And that's just as a base runner, always got to be aware of your surroundings, right? In those situations, because you don't want to be that guy that gets picked off.
You even see it in the major leagues.
Yes.
Some bad base running when guys go and shouldn't go and get doubled, and you shake your head.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Grissinger. (11-1) Ashermer on the top of the 4th. Lights looking to try and get this third out. Sprang now with the pitch. That'll drop in there. No, I was ready to ring him up, but the umpire was not. He didn't listen to me.
But we talk about what a silly game baseball is, that kid would scorch that ball like that, and it almost turns into 2 outs. It just doesn't seem quite right. But that's the great thing about it, too, when it works for your team's favor. Oh, that ball's scorched.
It is. Deep left field. It's going to be a base hit. Rolls to the left field fence. Scoring from third base is Wolf. Franz will score as well. And, boy, a pitch before that, it looked like it could have been strike 3. Didn't get the call, and He takes advantage on a 2 RBI double, Alex Grissinger.
And you also look at the throw from the third baseman to second baseman. That was errant. That would get you out of the inning. You have to make those plays. That ball was hit pretty well.
It was. Makes it a 13-1 ball game in favor of Ashland. Here's Noah Merrill at the plate. 1 for 2 with a walk and also an RBI and 2 runs scored. Whether you need tires along with farm tires and service, fully equipped auto service, or semi-truck tires, stop by Millersburg Tire Service on State Route 39 in Millersburg or online. That pitch going to be high for a ball. MillersburgTireService.com. In business for over 72 years.
We haven't got the Grissinger kid out yet. He's got 3 walks and a double. It's quite a day for him.
It has been.
You're clear. We'll go to the pitcher next. So I was just trying to figure out who was.
And the 1-0. Swampy fly ball, fairly deep center field. Backtracking is Tanner. Near the fence, he'll catch it at the warning track for the third out. 2 more runs score for Ashland, and now through 3.5, it's Ashland 13, West Holmes 1. This is OCC Baseball, WKLM.
Taking on a large exterior home project is no small task. When you're looking for the best options in roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Provia products are the clear choice. At Provia, quality is engineered into the product, integrity is never compromised, and local craftsmanship delivers a stunning final result that will last for generations. Our experts at Keim Home Center are here to help you explore the possibilities. Visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, and the comforts of home are all gone. Be prepared for the next power outage with a Generac home standby generator. And now, for a limited time, get a free, complete 7-year warranty with purchase. That's a $735 value, absolutely free. Team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac today to schedule your free in-home consultation and a turnkey generator install. Don't miss out on the free 7-year warranty, so call today or visit MillersburgElectric.com and be ready for the next power outage.
The other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Half of the fourth inning, 13-1 Ashland with the lead. Here's West Holmes at the plate. The 6, 7, and 8 batters, Ben Tanner, Cooper Booth, and Colston Tenney. West Holmes, the 1 run on 2 hits. They left 4 runners on base. Tyler Holt's been on the mound. He has struck out 4. He's walked 3. 47 pitches thrown. Ben Tanner to lead things off, headed to a 6-4 fielder's choice in his first at bat. Today's player of the game presented by Buckeye Deli and Patio, where great food. I pitched outside for a ball. Meets great times from delicious pizza and bar snacks to milkshakes and other beverages. Buckeye Deli in the Patio. 1-0 count, Ben Tanner. Holt, the wind in the pitch. Outside for a ball, 2-0 count. Now the Tanner. 13-1 Ashland. 11 runs in the third kind of changed the game, and then 2 runs added in that fourth inning. The Knights, their 1 run is in the first. Holt, the wind in the pitch. It's going to be a line towards short, going to be in the left field, a base hit. Tanner will get the third hit today for West Holmes, his first hit. Leadoff batter is aboard now for West Holmes for the third time today.
Now batting the first baseman.
At the plate, Cooper Booth. And Booth popped out the short in his first at bat.
In high school, you can be the DH / whatever you are in the field, and that way if you come out of the field, which Booth has come out, he can still bat.
I do cut off at some point. When I say
here's the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer down the first base side. Holt picks it up, throws to first base, going to be in time for the out, and advances Tanner over to second base.
And Cooper's seen 2 pitches today, and you know, he might want to be a little more patient.
Here's Colston Tenney. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Melway Paving Company is a well-known asphalt paving contractor for Holmes and surrounding counties since 1964, specializing in asphalt paving, crack sealing, seal coating, chip and seal, and pavement planing. That's Melway Paving Company.
This time we'll go
Tenney stands in for the left side. Again, Tanner's at second base, one away. There's a fly ball slapped down the left field line. Could be trouble. Going to be a fair ball. No, a foul ball, excuse me. Very close, but going to be inches foul. That's just the way the breaks have been going for West Holmes today. 0-1 count to Tenney. So Tanner goes back to second. Bottom of the fourth inning for West Holmes. Holt comes to a set here from the stretch to the pitch. That's in there for a strike. And the fastball by Holt goes to 0-2. Tanner leads off at second base. And the pitch. Outside, and Tenney lays off it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Holt stares over at second. And the 1-2. Way outside for a ball. Goes even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reminder, of course, tomorrow we'll have high school baseball. We Northwest at Highland. Airtime about 5 o'clock for that. Game time scheduled for 5:30. And then Friday night we'll have on youth night. It'll be New Philadelphia now at West Holmes Friday night. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a line foul to the left and out of play. Stays at 2-2. Airtime approximately 6:30. Probably later than that though, with the JV game at 5 o'clock and then the youth night. And airtime sometime after 6:30. Game time scheduled for 7 o'clock, but again, could be a little bit later start time because of that. We will be live streaming the game also on Friday night.
Yeah, if you're not doing anything Friday night, come on out. There'll be a lot of people here.
Should be a fun one. In there for a called strike 3. There's now 2 down in the inning.
Be a lot of kids here.
5th strikeout thrown today by Holt. Nate Sprang at the plate, who struck out looking back in the second. That's always a lot of fun because neat to see all the youth out there, and of course that's the future of the program when you see those guys.
Absolutely.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
That's when you hope the JV game goes rather quickly.
Yes.
A couple years ago, Triway came here and the youth night, and the JV game took forever. And the kids are everywhere.
Yeah.
They're climbing on the fence in the softball field. They're,
getting restless.
Restless, yeah. Rolling down the hill,
In their first strike, 0-2 count the Sprang.
You ever go to a T-ball game, kids aren't always focused on the game.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. Going to be called strike 3 on the outside corner. Back-to-back Ks to end the inning. 6th thrown today by Tyler Holt. And no run scored for West Holmes in the 4th. Through 4 innings, Ashland 13, West Holmes 1. This is OCC Baseball on WKLM.
Viker Sand and Gravel Incorporated has been serving the central Ohio areas of Wayne and Holmes counties since 1935. They're a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
Firestone Farm Tires are the most preferred tires in America. Not only are they proven to be among the most productive farm tires you can buy, they're backed and serviced by the best trained and equipped farm tire dealer, the certified Firestone Farm Tire dealer. So whether you need top quality Firestone Farm Tires or fast, dependable tire service, count on us to keep you rolling.
Get your Firestone tires at Millersburg Tire Service, State Route 39, Millersburg.
When you're thinking of an old-fashioned smokehouse flavor, think Sugar Valley Meats. They carry their own ham and bacon, and the old-fashioned smokehouse uses hickory, apple, and sassafras. Processing, curing, and custom butchering are available, cut to your specifications. Stop in and see all the products that they offer. That's Sugar Valley Meats on Dutch Valley Drive in Sugar Creek. Turn left at the light, and Sugar Valley Meats is 1/4 mile on the right. Call today, 330-852-4423.
Yeah.
Who's this second?
I guess I'm on here. All right, here in the top of the fifth inning, it is a 13-1 lead for Ashland. Colston Tenney getting his warm-up tosses here. The junior right-hander will be on the mound. He'll take over for Nate Sprang, so the fourth pitcher to come to the mound here in this inning. And he will do so here in the top of the fifth. So at the plate for Ashland will be the 5, 6, and 7 batters, Nick Mangus, Trent Summers, and then Jake Bryant. And the Killbuck Savings Bank proudly supporting the local youth, and they hope that you all knock it out of the park, celebrating 125 years of serving the community. That's the Killbuck Savings Bank. Nick Mangus to lead things off, or will it? It might be somebody different, in fact. Yeah, looking at it's going to be Noah Dennis. A senior will be hitting instead. So Noah Dennis will be the pinch hitter.
Now batting number 51, Noah Dennis.
His first at bat of the contest comes here in this fifth inning. All Ashland up 13-1 here in the top of the fifth, but maybe one bonus is you get a chance to get somebody else out there on the mound here, get a look at if you're West Holmes. Maybe you don't always have a chance to do, and Tenney will get a chance to get some action on the mound.
It's my first time seeing him pitch this year. I think it's the first time he's pitched this year. I guess he's pitched in some scrimmages and through JV ball last year, but watching him warm up, it didn't look too bad.
Here is the wind of the pitch by Tenney. Swaneby fouled to the backstop. 0-1 count. Now to Dennis.
You know, the Guardians, when they get way behind, sometimes bring in Austin Hedges to pitch. You know,
yeah.
They don't waste innings with their pitchers. But
yeah, you've done that a couple times this year.
Yeah.
High for a ball, 1-1 count.
Is it Will Wilson? I think he pitched a little bit too. He just brought him up from the minors, and he ended up pitching.
Guardians got a win today, actually. That pitch Swaneby popped up. Straight back, going to be over the backstop and out of play. Goes to 1-2 to Noah Dennis.
Against the Nationals?
Against the Nationals.
1-2-3?
1-2-3.
Okay.
And that one loss they got was a 10-9 loss. Second best record in the American League. Just happens to be the best team with the record is in their division.
Who's that, Detroit?
Detroit has the best record. Fouled back and out of play. Stays at 1-2 to Dennis.
My buddy's a big Detroit fan. We've been lifelong friends. We got to go to the playoff game last year when the Tigers and Guardians played. That was a special moment to go with him.
Sure. Here's the pitch. High for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Of course, we won the game. That helped, too.
Even better.
Nothing will compare with the home run big Christmas hit, though, against the Yankees.
Wasn't that an unbelievable game?
Oh, I was at that game.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was
wow.
at the game.
Called strike 3 in the outside corner. There's now 1 out of the strikeout thrown by Tenney. I think that was the game where I kind of thought, okay, we're going to lose this game, kind of gave up on it. And somebody told me, hey, you know that John Kinsey hit a home run. It's like, you're kidding me.
It was the strangest thing because it was late in the game. There's so many people there. And I remember going to the bathroom, and everybody in the upper deck had come down to the lower deck.
Swung on a grounder towards second base. It'll be scooped up by Tanner. Throws to first in time for a quick 2 outs.
And they were all standing behind, the runway there, like 5-6 deep, all the way around the lower deck. It was great atmosphere. When he hit that home run, 2 outs, 2 strikes. Of course, then it went in extra innings. And then Fry, I believe, hit the home run to win it then. What an exciting game.
What an exciting game indeed. Isaac Abel, the one who pinch hit there and grounded out the second. Here's the pitch. Fastball high for a ball, 1-0 count. Tenney now the pitch. Down low for a ball. And now a 2-0 count.
He was winding up, and now he's stretching. I don't quite know why, but
yeah. That looked pretty good there, but it's going to be inside for a ball, 3-0 count.
As long as you throw strikes, I guess it doesn't matter if you stretch or do wind up.
Whatever you're comfortable with. Here's the pitch. And it'll be a fastball strike. 3-1 count now to on the throw. Another pinch hitter here. I don't have a 55, though. That pitch will be a jam job. Popped up to the third base side to foul ball, but Yoder couldn't track it down. Now a full count. Top of the fifth inning from West Holmes. Tyler Sauter, a senior. Thank you. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He blew it by him. Came back to strike him out. That'll do it here for the inning. The pitch by Colston Tenney. Through 4.5, Ashland 13, West Holmes 1. This is OCC Baseball, WKLM.
Critchfield Law Firm has always been dedicated to providing the highest quality legal services to their clients throughout Holmes County and surrounding areas. Critchfield Law Firm also understands the dedication of our youth. From the classroom to the music room to athletics, Holmes County's best is represented in every academic area. Critchfield Law Firm in Millersburg, wishing all who participate the best in their endeavors.
At Mack Oilfield Service, they offer specialized trucking, water hauling, dirt work, and general oil field service in New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio. They have the equipment and manpower to tackle any task handed to them. The future lies in the hands of our youth, and Mack Oilfield Service is proud to support them. Call Mack Oilfield Service for all your oil field needs at 330-674-7371. That's 330-674-7371.
When you're thinking of the right accessories to add to your home, think Copper Creek Hardware products and MRV Siding Supply. With Copper Creek Hardware, you won't find better quality at twice the price. In fact, you'll get great value for builder-grade door hardware. Plus, all Copper Creek Hardware is backed with a lifetime mechanical warranty and a 5-year warranty on all finishes. That's MRV Siding Supply in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Scores in high school softball this evening. Ashland defeated West Holmes on a narrow score there in softball action, 5-4. Also in high school baseball right now in the bottom of the sixth, Highland has a 5-3 lead over Tusky Valley in that contest. And right now we're in the come to the plate. Going to be the pitch. Going to be outside for a ball. Goes to the backstop. And a 1-0 count here in the bottom half of the fifth inning.
Well, with the 10-run rule, if you're the Knights, you're trying to get 3 on the board to keep the game alive.
Indeed. Need to do that with this 13-1 ball game. And here is the pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. Goes to a 1-1 count. At the plate in the top of the order, Brock Gallion, who is 2 for 2 with a couple of singles today. Tyler Holt remains on the mound for Ashland, trying to close it out. The pitch. High and away, ball 2, 2-1 count. Gallion followed by Morgan Smith and Carson Tanner. West Holmes, the 1 run. They've gotten 3 hits in all. Again, 2 of them by Gallion. Holt struck out 6. He's walked 3. 63 pitches thrown. And the pitch. So I'll be fouled away on the swing by Gallion. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Umpires missed a balk there on the pitcher. He stopped his wind-up in the middle and then came again. That got by him.
No hesitation there. 2-2 count to Gallion.
Yep. Can't stop your wind-up and then start again. Remember Louis Tion, that name?
Yeah.
You ever heard of him? Probably before your time.
So on popped up on the curveball towards shallow right field, going after it and making the running grab, and right is Nick Mangus. There's now 1 away.
He would wind up and turn his back, to the batter and spin all the way around and come back around, and had all kinds of different moves.
A lot of gyrations there.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Morgan Smith at the plate, over 2 with a strikeout and a pop out. Remember, if you get into a collision, make your first call to Finish Line Auto Body, where they have experts in collision repair, and they'll even help with up to $500 of your insurance deductible. Give Brooks a call, 674-1483. And the pitch. Curveball on the outside corner. That's a called strike. 0-1 count to Smith. Holt now the second offering. So want to be fouled straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Morgan Smith. McRae alongside Bill Penn. This game being video live streamed on the WKLM YouTube page, courtesy of our partnership with Claxon Communications. Jacob Heading producing today's live stream coverage, and Logan McPeek and Micayela Plants working the cameras. Of course, we're also on FM 95.3 and also WKLM-FM.com. And the dirt for a ball. It is Phoenix Price back at the studio. 1-2 count now to Smith.
I'm also having fun watching the kid in the front with the football.
Holt rocks and fires. Another little hesitation there. The swing in a line down the third base side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Yeah, what do you do with that? There's nobody on base, obviously. So what should be the call there when he does that?
I believe it's a ball.
Yeah.
Balk with nobody on base, it's a ball for sure.
Count stays 1-2. Holt now the line of the pitch. Curveball going to be just a bit inside. Nice pitch, but ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I thought that was the table. 2-2 count the pitch. Going to be down low for a ball. 3-2 the count.
Chair just broke.
Bill, did you break his chair?
I've sat in that chair.
The pitch. So want to be a chopper back to the mound. Glove by Holt. Throws to first base in time for the second out.
Everybody would fight over that chair, but, you know.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Reminder of today's player of the game presented by Buckeye Deli and the Patio, where great food makes great times, from delicious pizza and bar snacks to milkshakes and other beverages. Buckeye Deli in the Patio. At the plate going to be Logan Zollers hitting the place of Tanner. Zollers a senior.
He's kind of been on the shelf lately. His knee acting up, and he had a bad football injury.
So we're going to fly ball, meeting deep center and making the grab. That'll be Franz, and that will do it. And a mercy victory for Ashland today by the final margin of 13-1. Again, the 11th spot being the key inning in the third, and we'll talk about that. Tonight's play of the game being brought to you by Kaufman Realty Auctions. For complete real estate and auction service, visit their website, kaufmanrealty.com, or call 1-888-852-4111. I don't know if you can say just one play was the key of the game, Bill, but you go back to that third inning, certainly, when you let 3 straight walks really to start that inning. That kind of just was a trickle effect there with a lot of walks throughout that third that really ended up being the key part of that game.
Yeah, I'm looking at my scorebook. Walk, single, walk, error on the right fielder. You know, that's
8 walks in the inning.
8 walks in the inning, yep.
So that being the key to the game, Kaufman really key to the contest. And, of course, that went up from a 1-0 West Holmes lead to 11-1 Ashland. And, of course, tough to catch up from there.
Yeah, credit to Ashland. They won the game, obviously. But a lot of times if you're West Holmes, you say, we kind of gave that one away. You know, is Ashland that much better than West Holmes? Probably not.
Right. We'll take a break here. Come back with a post-game show next on WKLM.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
MEB Systems, a name that has been around since 1977. It is the area's flat roof specialist. Their mission statement is, serve our team, customers, and community by offering exceptional and innovative flat roofing services, all for the glory of God. MEB Systems has the experience to handle anything from scheduled maintenance to roofing multi-acre facilities protecting valuable equipment and merchandise. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333 or visit them online at MEBsystems.com. MEB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year.
The place to visit for many wonderful Mother's Day gift ideas, including fresh flower arrangements, is the Posy Pat at Rody's IGA in Millersburg.
What mother wouldn't be excited to receive a Get the Beautiful Flowers this Mother's Day from the Posy Pat Floral Shop?
From garden baskets to wrapped bouquets, the Posy Pat is the place to go.
And of course, they deliver countywide at
the Posy Pat Floral Shop inside Rody's IGA.
Time is ticking and your dream home is waiting. This is Ben Hirschberger at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We understand that buying a home can be overwhelming, but with CSB, it's easier than ever. We offer a range of options. Whether you're looking to buy, build, refinance, or improve your home, our mortgage lenders will guide you every step of the way. Visit our website at csb1.com to apply online today and turn your dream into a reality. The Commercial and Savings Bank, where homeownership begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Emily Sheely of Berga Insurance. Farm ownership is a huge investment. Protect your investment with the right insurance policy. I proudly represent Buckeye Insurance Group, a company that has been insuring farms since 1879. Together we can make sure you have coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and Berga Insurance working together to protect you.
Attention Knights Nation, this is Noah Clark with Clark Fowler Electric. As a proud sponsor of West Home Sports from T-ball all the way through high school, Clark Fowler Electric Motors and Supplies is on top of the game. With almost 3 decades as the area's leading provider in parts, repairs, and service, Clark Fowler is a team that you can count on. If you've had a breakdown, we'll get you back up and running and get you back into the game. Visit ClarkFowlerElectric.com for more details and information and all your electric motor needs. Go Knights!
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit WayneDoor.com for a free quote today.
Are you ready to take the next step toward an exciting future? Buckeye Career Center is still accepting high school applications for next school year. Let us help you discover your passion and prepare for your future.
My name is Andrea Lab, and I'm a double lab student in graphic arts and floral design. Buckeye has given me many hands-on career-related experiences. Without Buckeye, I would not have had the opportunity to obtain an internship in web design.
Spots are filling up fast, so don't wait. Whether you're interested in technology, healthcare, or skilled trades, Buckeye Career Center has a program for you. Apply now at buckeyecareercenter.org.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Rheem Pro partner, and you know you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Rheem and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling, they're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
The secret's out. Thread and Ink in Holmesville is open to take care of your custom apparel, embroidery, and screen printing needs. They offer a storefront with apparel for West Holmes, Highland, and surrounding schools. Whether it's school spirit wear, professional business attire, accessories, or unique custom designs, they deliver excellence in every product. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 till 5. Thread and Ink is located at 8210 County Road 245 in Holmesville. Or call Justine at 330-279-9222. That's Thread and Ink, custom embroidery and screen printing in Holmesville.
At Home Siding Contractors, our mission is to give homeowners a quality product, whether it's our vinyl siding or our energy-efficient replacement windows and doors. Home Siding Contractors is ready to turn your home into one of your biggest energy-saving assets. You'll notice the difference as your home will stay warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Call 888-725-6619 for a in-home estimate or find all of our products at homesiding.com.
Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of two great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Look out that way as West Holmes would score a run in the bottom of the first inning to take the lead after a leadoff single by Brock Gallion, and then a couple of walks with one out in the inning. Then, of course, an out at third base that same inning. It would be an error at short that will allow Carson Tanner to score in that first, and West Holmes would take the early 1-0 lead with an earned run in that first. It stayed that way through the second inning and into the top of the third. Then when, of course, Manny Camacho was on the mound the first two innings, they pulled him, planning to bring him back on Friday. And then Carson Tanner came on the mound and really had trouble throwing strikes. West Holmes ended up throwing 8 walks in that third inning alone, and also 3 hits in all in that same inning for Ashland. Combined for 11 runs in the third, and just one of those things kind of spiraled out of control for West Holmes and allowed Ashland to take the stranglehold of the game up 11-1 after that third inning and really never look back as the Arrows would add on 2 more runs in the fourth, and Knights would not score the rest of the way, and Ashland gets the win by mercy 13-1 through 5 innings over West Holmes this evening. Back around with the final numbers after this from Pomerene Hospital.
Premier Pharmacy has more ways to serve you. I'm Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and I'm happy to announce that our newest location in Sugar Creek is open and accepting new patients. Our location in downtown Sugar Creek accepts most major insurances and offers the same great service you've come to expect in our Berlin and Millersburg locations, including delivery and vaccination services. Give us a call today at 330-852-5146 and start experiencing the Premier Pharmacy difference. Premier Pharmacy is your local hometown independent pharmacy.
Pitchers today, and I believe 12 errors thrown in all by West Holmes pitchers by my count today to get this victory for Ashland. And for the Arrows, as far as the hitting was concerned for Ashland, Noah Merrill would end up going 1 for 3 at the plate with a RBI single and scored a run in the fourth inning for him. Also, it was Nick Mangus would get a hit, a 2 RBI single that he got in the third inning as well for the contest. And Trent Summers would get a 2 RBI double that he got in the fourth inning as well for this Ashland offense. For West Holmes, 1 run on just 4 hits for the game, 4 errors and 5 left on base. Brock Galligan led the way offensively. He had a pair of hits and went 2 for 3 at the plate with those 2 singles for the contest as well, along with 3 stolen bases in the game as well for Brock Gallion. And also Ben Tanner, he would get a hit today as well, going 1 for 2 at the plate offensively. On the mound for Ashland getting the victory, Tyler Holt, the senior, went 5 innings, allowed 1 run. That was earned. 4 hits allowed, struck out 6, and walked 3. And on the other end for West Holmes, pitching-wise, Manny Camacho with the first 2 innings. He allowed no runs, no hits, struck out 4, walked 3 on 44 pitches. Then Carson Tanner, through a third of an inning of relief, he ends up getting the loss, allowing 7 runs, 4 earned, 1 hit, struck out 1, and walked 5. Nate Sprang, through an inning and 2/3 of relief, allowed 6 runs, all 6 earned, 4 hits, struck out nobody, walked 4. And Colston Tenney, junior pitcher, he threw 1 inning of relief. He allowed no runs, no hits, struck out 2, and he walked no one. Ashland gets the win 13-1 by mercy in 5 innings over West Holmes. Back to wrap it up and get some thoughts from Bill Pym right after this from Pomerene Hospital.
At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
It is a final here. Ashland wins at 13-1 by mercy in 5 innings over West Holmes. Matt Croy alongside Bill Pym for the contest. And again, West Holmes has been on a nice streak here. They won 5 straight, had a little delay here. It really got off to a pretty good start in this one here, but just that one inning, the kind of things kind of went out of hand.
Yeah, we saw Gallion lead off with a hit, and Tanner ended up scoring that inning. We thought the Knights were off to the races, 1-0, and it just went downhill from there. And the third inning? 8 walks in 1 inning.
Yeah.
If you're West Holmes, this is just one you got to throw away.
Yep.
Just, don't dwell on it. Good thing is you get to play again tomorrow against the same team. And then you're playing again Friday, and you're playing Saturday, and, you get tournament draw. So you just kind of throw this one out. Like I said before, no discredit to Ashland, but West Holmes gave the game away.
Right, absolutely.
You walked, 11 or 12, whatever it was, and hit a batter. But on the other hand, you only had 3 hits.
Yeah.
So it isn't like you're hitting the ball over the park. I think we said there were 5 guys called out on strikes, which is way too many.
Too many, yep.
For sure. So there are a lot of things to clean up if you're West Holmes, but this certainly isn't the end of the world. You're probably not going to win the OCC now, but you got to get to people back up. This is where we talked about all year about somebody being a leader. Who's the leader of the team? We're going to hang our heads. We're going to go to Ashland tomorrow. We're going to come back strong. There's no reason they can't, as crazy as this sounds, roll Ashland tomorrow.
Right. Yep. So that's the baseball here. Come that next day can be completely different. We know West Holmes are more than capable of playing a lot better baseball than this. So kind of rebound here and look here to the last half of the season, right?
Absolutely. A lot of baseball to be played for sure.
All right. So Ashland gets the win today. As they went again 13-1, Ashland improves the record to 11-7 and 4-4 in the OCC. They'll play Thursday against West Holmes, as we talked about. Friday, they'll be at Ontario. Saturday, a game at Sandusky. West Holmes dropping to 9-6 overall, 6-4 in the OCC. And after their game at Ashland tomorrow, they'll play at home against New Philadelphia Friday and at Norwayne on Saturday. And for us, for WKLM, high school baseball tomorrow on the radio and on the internet, that'll be FM 95.3 and Stream 1 on our website. It'll be Northwest at Highland, airtime about 5 o'clock and game time 5:30. And then on Friday night, we'll have video live stream coverage of that game coming your way with that New Philadelphia West Holmes game. Again, it's not Loudonville West Holmes. They ended up bumping that to get the makeup game for New Philadelphia, but should be a fun one on Youth Night. We'll be live streaming that airtimes a little after 6:30, game time around 7 o'clock. But I would certainly encourage people to come out, as you talked about, Bill. Should be a fun night here, a good atmosphere. It always is for Youth Night, and get to see all the youth.
Yeah, we said before, feed your family. Bring your family and go to the concession stand. Your kids can eat hot dogs and popcorn and whatever else you have there, and you don't have to cook.
And that sounds like a good thing to me.
And you shouldn't have to cook because it's Mother's Day on Sunday.
Yeah, perfect reason to come on out for sure. So come out on Friday, but of course you can also catch it on the live stream as well coming up on Friday night. That'll wrap things up for us here from West Holmes. Special thanks to our video live stream partners from Claxon Communications, that being Jacob Henning, Logan McPeek, and Micayela Plants, allowing us to bring you this live stream coverage for tonight's contest. Also thanks to Phoenix Price, back at the studio. For Bill Pym, I'm Matt Croy, and the postgame show brought to you by Pomerene Hospital. The final score today in OCC action for West Holmes in 5 innings. Ashland defeats West Holmes 13-1. So long, everybody.
Thank you for watching high school baseball from your hometown radio station, FM 95.3 WKLM.
Tonight's broadcast has been a production of WKLM Radio and Claxon Communications.